because that slotting, it really feels specific to what you're trying to pull off. If you go summon a warrior and then go buy a card that is warrior focused, and everyone looks over at you and goes, oh my god, your engine is OP. Well, that's how they all start to feel. Like, I have customized this for me. My warrior is something to be feared when it goes out there.
All right. Let's talk about some of these nice bits we got going on here. It looks like we almost have these little roofs or something.
Well, so what that is that we have game trays at launch. I love a game with game trays, and these are designed to pass, so you can like see the cards better.
Oh, that's so nice.
So really nice. And then these are designed. These don't fit yet because they're custom. We're still designing the custom, but these are designed so that you'll snap this on, and then you'll grab the red pieces and you'll be ready to go. You don't have to set up or anything. You'll just put this art down, and you've got your powers right here.
That is really slick.
So you'll be all set now. What these are your dwellings themselves. When you go out to Eldervale, let's say I want to live in this watery realm. I'm fire, but today I've decided to be part of water. After you pay the cost, you can take this and then you can put it on your meeple, and they live there now.
Okay.
It's a bed and breakfast in the water, okay? Or, a little bit of it's a dwelling. So what that means now,
put a roof over their head.
You've lost a worker for the whole game. And usually in a worker placement game, that's not good. However, what you're doing is trading that for positional advantage. You're getting a score right away, you're getting combat bonus, and you're also scoring at the end. The end is like a little bit of a multiplier, like Concordia. Okay. So the more water you go into, the more your water things are scored. So it's
again what you choose to focus on, kind of. Okay.
So it's like Magic the Gathering. You might want to go for 2 colors. You might want to try and I am going to be on the water all the time, and you can go into. Not every element's in every game, but you're always going to have at least the elements that you've chosen plus 2.
All right.
So.
Wow. And I see here's some dragons.
The dragon, these are prototypes. All the stuff is prototype, but everyone's got their own 6 dice because there are sometimes some skirmishes out there in Eldervale.
All right.
We've got a real creative battle system that's got a little bit of the blood rage in it, where sometimes you want to go get your butt kicked.
All right.
Because there are reasons that could turn into a ton of points.
All right.
And we mitigate when you go to the what's called is if you lose a battle. Say you go here. Monsters will always rush in if you go next door. Okay. Okay. This particular guy, they all have powers as well. So this particular guy hurts dwelling owners. So if he gets sucked in there, he might cause damage. Okay. So maybe this warrior's going to cut him off at the pass. If there's another person nearby, what can happen is you can join the battle even if you're nearby. So we go around and everyone can join the battle. Oh, okay. And each unit represents D6 dice that are going to try and go for that. Okay. And it is a highest single die result. So one worker can actually roll a 6, and the Balrog here could roll, say a bunch of 3s and be taken down. Okay.
But it just increases your odds.
It increases your odds. If you were to lose, though, you would go to what is called the Underworld. Okay. Now, the Underworld is not a final place, but what it is you'll get swords because you're mad. You're like, I'm going to be back. Swords in the game actually add dice, and they also allow you to buy certain cards, so they are mitigation. Okay. But you're also, on any pullback turn, any regroup, you can come home with these, and they're ready to go again. Okay. It's just that they cannot activate a tableau. That makes sense. So you've got this thing in this worker placement where you are deciding, let's say I have 2 units, and I'm like, if I go in there, I will gain additional dice, but I will possibly lose both my units, so I have to decide if I want to do that. Okay, wow. And are these game trays, are these stretch goal, or are these something that's going to be confirmed in the game? We're launching with game trays. Nice. We're launching with solo mode. Wow. We're launching with the minis. The whole thing is it's deluxe at the start. Fantastic. Yeah. Well, speaking of which, so where is it in its its development, its Kickstarter and everything? Where's it at, and what's the plan going forward? So we're here at Origins with 1 week to go to Kickstarter. Okay. So we're June 19th. We're going to go live, whether I'm ready or not. That's the spirit. But we're really excited about this one. We've worked. It's a labor of love. We've put a lot into it. It's been Luke and I have been developing it for several years. Right now, it's all the polished of final pieces of art because we have hundreds of pieces of art in the game. So it is just. Come check it out. We'll have a lot of coverage, and we'll show you what it's like on Kickstarter. As the Dwellings of Eldervale from Breaking Games coming to Kickstarter next week. That's right. All right. Thanks so much, Peter, for joining us. Hey, thank you so much. Yes. And bye, thanks for watching. Cheers. All right. All right. Thank you. Looking good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wow. Yeah.
Player?
Okay. All right. Oh, and your mic?
Yep. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing that.
Absolutely. Have a good rest of your show.
You too.
What'd you think of that one, Chaz?
There was a lot going on there, but it looked like they tried to keep it coming back to the worker placement concept. So it was kind of, it'll be interesting to see how that comes together. Hello.
Yeah, it's not true. A few people have played it, Man vs. Meeple, and that. They really liked it. So
this is the overhead here?
I like the production on it. Man, I love trays. Anything that makes it a little easier for me to get that game.
Do we have two different games that we'll be looking at?
All right.
Okay. Here is a microphone for you, and it is currently muted. And once you get it on there and you're ready, you can unmute it. Okay. All right. Whoop.
Oh, we can put all the cards up.
You might want to slip this into your jacket pocket there, perhaps.
I'm good with things.
All right. And I'm just looking at our schedule here. Okay.
Oh. They can't see this stuff, but like whatever, that's fine.
Is this Fire in the Light? Oh. Yeah. Can you pull out a little bit? That's better. You can probably There we go. I think that's good.
Okay, cool.
All right. And yes, sir. Oh, yes. If you can...
Up higher? Like this?
You're probably going to be turning this way towards me, so if you can put it on the other side of you, if it's possible. And we might want to take the lanyard off because it will scrape.
Remind me that's on the floor.
Oh, actually, here, let me, I can help you with that real quick. I think we can pop that off, and why are you on there like that? Pop it this way will allow us to, nope, we want that way. There you go, now that should be able to go on that side. And that way, as you turn to me, I think the mic will pick it up better.
Okay, my voice is always not great for microphones.
Is that better? Say some
I'm going to say some words. I'm going to talk about Fire in the Library soon, but we are testing out the mic now.
That's good. That's good, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right, 15. Are we ready? All right.
Okay. So ready.
All right.
So ready. And action.
Hey there, and welcome to Origins. Hey there, and welcome to Board Game Geeks Continue.
It's okay. It's Chaz's first time on camera. Go ahead.
Hey there, and welcome back to Board Game Geeks' continuing coverage of the Origins Game Fair 2019. I'm here with Carla Kopp from Weird Giraffe Games, and you're going to be showing me a game that actually was on my short list of what I wanted to check out at Origins this year, Fire in the Library.
Yes.
So please tell me how this works and what we're going to be doing here.
So in Fire in the Library, you are librarians saving books from a burning library. You are clever librarians, and you have a variety of tools at your disposal. We're going to have a variable turn order in this game, meaning if you are just rushing in there to try to save the books, you are being really risky, you're not being that safe.
Okay.
So, if you're first, you only have one safe space, which is the space without the fire, and you have 4 risky spaces.
Ooh, okay.
So, on your turn, you are going to be drawing cubes from this bag. Let's do it.
All
Draw
right.
a cube.
Just one?
Just one. Just one at a time.
I pick you. I choose you.
Oh no, that's a fire. Fire is red. You'd put it here. If you put one fire in a safe space, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
All
okay?
right.
If you draw another one and it's another fire, you get a fire in a risky space and you will burnt things.
How did I do?
Oh no, you got a book. You got a book. You're great. You're great. So, at this point in the game, you can choose to exit the library. If you do that, you would save 1 yellow book.
Okay.
So you get 2 points because it's currently worth 2.
Okay, yellow books.
And you get 2 bravery points for being risky because you know, being risky, you know, you get extra points for that. If you save books.
If I save books. Now, if I pull any red cubes on a fire space, am I out? Or do I get a certain number of red cubes I can pull out and still be okay?
Only one on a safe space, but if you pull out two, or if you pull out one on a risky space, you're done.
Okay, so even if I had another book here, since that is a risky space, if I had pulled a fire, I'd be too bad.
Yep, you burn things.
Well, this is a chance for me to show my quality, and I would bug out. I would take it and I would run like a coward.
Yes.
So what would happen next after my turn ends?
So you decide to leave, you get your 4 points. Like let's say that you are the orange one, you go up to 4. You'd be great. You're winning, apparently, on this game. So everything would go back into the bag, and it would be the next player's turn. So the next player would go second. In a 2-player game, you actually play with 3 of them, so we have the choice of that for a little more variety.
That's nice.
So if I wanted to go now, let's put it here, so I don't have to hold it at the same time. So I'm going to pull out a black. So there's no reason for me not to pull out one, because even if I pull out a red, I'm okay, I'm safe.
Yes.
So one cool thing about this is if I choose to leave the library now, I get no bravery points because I didn't go risky, but I do get an extra tool.
Okay. Now what are these tools?
So these tools are really great because, you know, as I said, we're clever librarians. We're not like your average day, like regular person that doesn't read books all the time. We get to use tools to help us save the day. So for instance, this bucket, this one's like really simple. If you cause the fire to spread, which is like if I would go in here and draw red, which I didn't because I'm you know, not that fiery.
Oh, look at, wow. I
just go into town. Okay, so if this happened, in a normal situation, everything would burn, and we can talk about that after. But like, I have this bucket. What I do is I play the bucket, fires out.
Ah, nice save there. Okay.
Yes. And there's other tools, like there's the shovel, where if I wanted to be like, okay, I'm going to use this shovel now, what I can do is I can pull out 2.
Okay.
And I get to choose which one.
Ah, okay.
So if I drew a fire, I'd obviously not choose this one. But like right now, the yellows were 2, the purples were 4. I would do that, and then I would score all these books.
All right.
But let's go back and talk about if I didn't have a bucket.
Yes.
So
you mentioned something about things burning up.
So yes, we would burn things. In this case, I would burn a black section of the library, a white one, and a purple.
Okay.
So what happens in that case is we burn this.
Okay.
One white section. We've revealed a fire icon.
Okay.
So there's all these fire cubes. We've caused the fire to spread even more.
All right.
We put it in. And we do this with the black one. Oh no. Another fire cube. And the purple. And this is going to be okay. So there's no fire icon there, so we don't put in another one. However, if you noticed, these are all now worth more points.
Yes. So you have all that kind of balance. Oh, the fire spread, but hey, more points for me.
Yes.
Now, on my turn, when I cowardly just ran out and I gained the points, would I gain a card for the points, or is it only when it burns?
Only when it burns.
Okay, the points are actually tracked up there. All right. Excellent. So, how long is a typical game of this, and how many players does it can accommodate?
So it's usually 15 to 30 minutes, depending on the players. Like if you are safe, you tend to play longer.
Okay.
And it plays 1 to 6 players.
Okay, excellent. And where is it in terms of its development?
It is in stores. Well, it's in some stores. It's on Amazon now. If you go to fireinthelibrary.com, you can find it, and it will be hitting more retail stores in July.
Okay, and what's the price point going to be?
$29.
Excellent. All right. Well, this looks great. You know, so it looks like a great game. You can kind of mitigate your luck sometimes, hopefully most of the time.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to trying it out here at the show. So thank you so much for sharing this with us, Carla. This is Fire in the Library from Weird Giraffe Games. All right.
Should I like look at the camera and stuff? Right.
Don't forget your fire.
That's okay. I'll put it over there.
What I heard once from kind of a professional presenter person was they said, just treat the camera as another person at the table. And so if there's 2 of us, kind of split it up 50-50, kind of just pretend, you know, I'm talking to you sometimes, talking to you sometimes. And just whatever feels natural. So for what it's worth.
Okay. So pretty. Okay.
All right. Ooh. This this was also one that I remember I had my list I was narrowing down. I think I did a video of like 30. I think this was like number 32 or so. So it wasn't in the final one, but I remember going through and looking up this one.
Oh, hopefully you like it.
Oh, let's move this up a hair.
Oh yeah,
are these going to be more important to?
I mean, they're pretty.
Yeah.
That's why they're there. Yeah, those are like less important. They're just player boards.
Okay. All right. And let's put this guy. So we're here. There we go.
Yeah.
Now I have it all slanty. All right.
If we put this up a little bit, and then there's no lip there. There we go.
Oh, perfect. Oh, it actually holds it in place.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Is this all of the artwork, or were there more even? Oh, there's the deck.
Deck.
There. Okay. So we can. Oh. Hopefully, I'll remember to kind of show what else is kind of in the deck as well.
Yeah. They're each unique.
You guys all set? Yes.
Real quick, what was the price point of the last game?
$29.
$29. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi there, and welcome back to Board Game Geek's continuing coverage of the Origins Game Fair 2019. I'm Chaz Marlar from Pair of Dice Paradise and Board Game Geek, joined by Carla Kopp from Weird Giraffe Games. And you know, one thing that I also think is weird is kind of the dreams you have overnight. And you have captured that essence in Dreams of Tomorrow. So tell me how this works and what this is all about.
So in this game, you are a dream engineer in the future, and things didn't go as we planned. Okay, because like when do they? So our solution to the problem is to try to create a good dream sequence.
Okay.
And we're going to send it into the past to convince them to change their ways in some manner and change the future.
Okay.
I mean, how else are you going to convince somebody that they should do something?
Exactly. That's what I was saying just this morning. So.
Okay.
All right. So how do we accomplish this?
So, okay, we are these players, and we are going to go around this rondelle, which I know isn't round, but that's okay. That's okay. So, on our turns, we get to go 1 to 3 spaces, and then we get to take the action.
Okay.
So, for instance, here you get to get 3 hope, and everyone else gets 1. 3 experience, everyone else gets 1, and 3 creativity, and of course everyone else gets 1.
Okay.
But then we get, those are the resource spaces. We have the more fun spaces, which are the activate dream space.
Okay.
We can capture a dream, and we can weave a dream.
Oh.
So you can't activate a dream until you have a dream.
Okay.
You have to pay your experience to get a dream, and there's going to be a dream marketplace where you can get your choice of them. And you're going to choose them for like a variety of reasons. So each dream, it costs a certain amount of experience to catch, and a certain amount of creativity and hope to weave.
Okay.
They give you a certain amount of victory points at the end, and they give you a certain ability that you can use at the activation points.
Oh, all right.
So for instance, this lets you move any number of these cards on the rondelle, and then to move 1 space. So
that could be very, very useful.
So say like I start off here and I go 1, 2, I'm going to activate this one.
Okay.
What I want to do maybe is go, I can move this here, and then I can get to this space that was previously out of my way.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you, and that's the activating the dream ability? So,
yep.
So that's why you strategically wanted to get there, so you had that ability to kind of do that additional action. Excellent. All right, so now we have these nice panoramas of these are the dreams in question that we are weaving. Okay, so how exactly, how do we utilize these when the time comes? And these, I want to say too, this is just a sampling of what's in here. There's this entire deck that's just chock full of just this gorgeous artwork, these rich, vibrant colors in here. So how do all of these guys work together?
So if you didn't notice, there's certain colors also on here, and there's symbols for those people that are colorblind, because I like to be nice to them. So if you match up, if you're creating your dream sequence, and say you make a dream sequence that is like here, you are creating a lot of resonance, because dreams that make sense, you tend to remember more.
Right.
If you just have like a slapdash, you know, oh, okay, there's the sun and the birds, and then there's asteroids, and then there's this girl, like that's a dream sequence, but it's not one that like is very coherent and will really get down to the point. So
right.
The art kind of goes in with the mechanics here, where if you make a dream sequence where you match the colors, or if you're colorblind, the symbols, like these would make more sense. You get extra points. You get for at the end of the game, you get points for each dream that you weave based on the number of points. Okay. But you get extra for making resonance. So here you would have a resonance of 4 and a resonance of 3.
Okay. Because of the squares down there, there's 4 of them, and then the moons, there's 3?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so even ones that have different artwork can still have some resonance in some way.
Yeah, because they're kind of connected. They flow a little better into the next
some flow.
scene.
Okay, nice. So you can mix and match. There's a little strategy. It's not just straight, I'm looking for basically matching. You kind of have some different options in how you can weave these together.
Yeah. You might want to go for the really powerful abilities, or the really high point ones, or go for all of the certain kind. Like, it's whatever you want to do. There's multiple different strategies there, and like, depending on what dreams you catch, you can do things together. Like, if I had gone here, I could use this ability, and then I could go here and go, oh, okay, I can go 2 more, and then I'm going to trigger another ability, and you can kind of chain them together and work them.
That's nice. Okay. And for the rondelle, are these double-sided?
They are.
Oh, look at that.
Because there's ones that allow you to flip and then move.
Oh, okay. So let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 different total sides, and they're moving around. That's a lot of different configurations that you can have there.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not going to be like, you're not going to be able to come in with a premeditated strategy. I always use this strategy on the rondelle. Darn.
Well, and so if you are one of those people that really likes chaos, we have the nightmare.
Oh.
So the nightmare, so we're making a dream, and sometimes dreams don't go in your favor, okay?
Right.
So the nightmare is there to kind of like put like some, like chain up the cogs in the wheel or whatever, some metaphor that I didn't get right there.
You get used to it.
But we have a nightmare that's actually in this box that I didn't take out, but it has a certain card in here, and what you'll do is you will reveal a card from the deck.
All right.
And depending on what the top icon is, the nightmare will do something and switch up this rondelle.
Oh.
Like maybe it trashes all the dreams, maybe it just moves things around. It can do a lot of things.
Can really muck up the works there.
But yeah, that nightmare mode really like makes things a little bit harder. And I'm looking for the nightmare because like I'm really proud of this, because did you expect this horse meeple when I said nightmare?
I did not. Oh, nightmare. That is clever.
Here it is. So yeah, and there's different levels of the nightmare. There's like the easy, medium, and hard nightmare.
Okay.
So if you're one of those people that is really like, okay, I gotta, do this.
Excellent. Wow. Okay. So where is this in terms of its production?
This is on pre-order now.
Okay.
You can actually go to weirddraftgames.com/dreams, and we'll send you to the pre-order page. And it is set to actually get in stores September-ish.
September. All right. And what's the price point going to be?
$29 as well.
$49 as well. Excellent. Well, thank you, Carla, for sharing Dreams of Tomorrow with us. I'm looking forward to waking up and going and checking it out. And thanks for watching.
Oh, the eye roll. What did I just say? It was so good.
There you go.
Thank you for doing this.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for stopping by.
My
pleasure. Oh, and don't forget your mic.
Oh, yeah, mics. I guess.
No. Okay. No, not yet. Mike's getting his set. And I think we can't come down anymore. Does this configuration look good to you down here on the bottom monitor?
So what we'll do is maybe we can just kind of tuck this in here. Put some dice over here. Kind of pieces together.
We have 2 games, right?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. Whoa.
No yawning.
So at the end, you can show them.
And then for those hobbyists who like to paint, here's a couple examples of just some simple brush and shading. Perfect.
All right.
So all I have to do is just activate this.
That's on top. A little flicker.
Just a second.
All right. We're
Oh my
we're
gosh.
close. Yeah. We'll have a good 7 or so minutes of discussion available. And can you scoot in a little bit?
Yeah. Anything to be
there we
closer
go.
to you.
Yeah.
We have our common friend Murr. Every time I see you, I got to tell you about Murr. So reminds you of Murr. So anyhow.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the Dice Tower Con this year to see him. Yeah, I don't know, because it's with this and then Gen Con, and then there was BGG Spring, so I don't know if I'm going to make it down there.
I have so much spousal equity, even with work, so.
There you go. Yep. You understand. Well, am I on mute?
Nothing.
All right, I think you unmuted. I think we are ready when you are. Yeah. Hey everyone, I'm Chaz from Pair of Dice Paradise and Board Game Geek, and welcome to our continuing coverage of the Origins Game Fair 2019. I am joined by Mike Young from Plan B Games. Woo! Thank you.
Off camera.
We are going to be looking at Era Medieval Age. And
Yes.
This just has an amazing table presence. I can't wait to find out more about it.
Yeah, so this is a Mac Leacock design paired with Eggert Spiele.
Nice.
To bring out a new genre of game. It's beyond roll and write. It's roll and build, which is really cool because we have 3D components here. In the box, you're going to have over 100 sculpts, which is really cool. 18 different building types. But the really cool part about this is, in addition to this beautiful table presence, as
Oh. Do we need to like bring it out and clip it like here? Like down?
Well, I think it's up in front of the shirt.
Now, yeah. And we can, there we go. Yep.
Okay, we'll start over. Now the fanfare's gone.
Yeah. Woo.
All right, take 3.
All right. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Board Game Geek's continuing coverage of the Origins Game Fair 2019. I'm Chaz from Pair of Dice Paradise and Board Game Geek, and I'm joined by Mike Young from Plan B Games, who is going to share with us Era Medieval Age, one of the games with one of the most striking table presences I have seen in a long time. So.
Thank you. So we'll talk about this. So Era is a design from Matt Leacock and Eggert Spiele, which will be releasing at Gen Con. It's not going to be available here at the show,
okay.
But we'll have some demo copies around so that you can play it. But with Era, we're trying on a new genre of game. We're doing roll and build to have a 3D element on your table. As you can tell, all these really beautifully sculpted pieces. Over the course of the game, you're going to be acquiring resources, building these, and building your estate literally in front of you.
Yeah.
So no doodling. You actually get to see the 3D pieces, including the box. Really important to focus on is that we got about 100 100 sculpted pieces.
Okay.
And 18 unique sculpts.
Wow.
For different building types and walls that you'll get in the game. So
in terms of kind of a roll and build, is it similar to the roll and writes where the orientation of how you build your city will have different synergies and results?
Right. So the cool thing about this game is that everyone's going to start with the almost exact same configuration. You're going to put your first keep in the center of the board, but you're going to be given a couple buildings to start with, and right from the get-go, everyone's path will deviate. Based on the buildings you'll get dice.
Okay.
And then the dice, in effect, are going to kind of determine your strategy because It's Yahtzee style. You're going to roll. If I get any skulls, I'll set them aside.
Okay.
But if I don't like the results, I can continue rolling up to 2 more times.
Okay.
Take my resources and then start building other buildings. Now, it does come into play because if we run into a bunch of disasters, which what the skulls do, 1 or 2 aren't bad. But when we get 3 or more, they can be some significant damage to your city and to your buildings. So where you place things are really important. Some disasters, buildings that touch each other will become diseased and you'll lose points. If you wall in your city, you'll protect it from scorched earth.
Okay.
Or if you place like a hospital, here we go, right over here on this board.
Okay.
Anything it touches, it's going to protect it from disease. So there's a big emphasis on the spatial orientation of what this is. Some players throughout the course of the game will try to wall in their city, but then quickly discover they didn't have enough resources or they didn't push their luck hard enough to get the resources they need.
Okay. Nice. And I see here, so is this tracking my resources as the game goes, and then as I'm placing buildings, I'll be spending them? Or?
Yeah, exactly. So throughout the course of the game, you'll track your resources up here. The phases of the game, because there's only 6 phases.
I see.
Roll dice, acquire resources, feed your people, deal with disease and disasters, construction and building, and then a final phase, which is extortion, where you'll rattle swords with your neighbors to try to get bribes for them if you've got a stronger military might.
Okay.
So a little bit of player interaction in there, just to kind of make it a little more fun. So it's not just playing solitary games.
Okay, yeah, which a lot of roll and writes, while still fun, can kind of devolve into.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a very interactive affair. But as we go through here, and I'll give you a couple examples, maybe I want to build a lumber mill, so then during my turn, this gives me not only a nice piece to put on my board, it's worth points, but it also gives me a special benefit. This one's going to produce more wood every time I go through the acquisition phase. If I happen to wall in my city, all my buildings are worth double points. So everyone will have a player aid, and it goes over what happens with the disasters. It talks about the different things that you can build, their costs, and then the benefits to them, points, and then if you get bonus points at the end of the game, ongoing benefits, etc. So there's a definite strategy here to not just put them wherever you want to. You'll discover pretty quickly that it's really important to protect certain buildings, and maybe some are not as important.
Okay. Speaking of the player screens, does that mean that there's also hidden information in this game?
Well, exactly. So during the game, you would roll your dice. You're on the honor system behind the screen, and you can re-roll up to 3 times. Afterwards, you would then reveal, and you would demonstrate your results, which is really good because especially with disasters, that kind of stuff is really good to know because it will surprise your opponent or maybe make them second guess their second or third roll if they knew what you had.
Okay, that makes sense. And so once again, remind me, where is this in terms of the production and release?
So this is released at Gen Con. This is a final production, so everything on here is final sculpts. The pieces are done. It's really nice chunky plastic. You can pre-order now. If you order through our website, you can get 2 exclusive buildings, which includes the Great Hall.
Nice.
As well as the Harbor. And these also come with unique and special edition dice for those.
All right. And what's the price point for all this amazing little plastic sculpts going to be?
So ERA runs a price point of $69 US. And then if you pre-order through us, I think you get a discount with this to make it, I think, combined $79.
Oh, nice. All right. Excellent. Well, thanks, Mike. That is ERA Medieval Age coming out from Plan B Games.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, we'll do Tuki. Nope. Yeah, look at this. This is great service over here. Steph's the strongest person I know.
So Tuki is next?
Tuki. You played Umbongo, I'm assuming.
I believe I have.
It's a spatial pattern recognition game.
Oh, I was thinking Tobago.
No, Tobago is really good too, but
yeah.
No, it's all good. We'll just do a quick little configuration. This one we can probably actually play a mini round.
Excellent.
So we'll put this over here for display. And we're going to get one piece of each of these. One chunky for you, one chunky for me. And you have 4 pieces? No, you got this one.
There we go.
All right, cool.
All right.
And we'll just put these fan cards over here. Ta-da, color.
Oh, such a presentation.
So when did you guys get in? Yesterday or 2 days ago?
Yesterday.
I saw you guys building stuff last night. So
Yeah.
doing
Like
computer stuff.
Derek got here, I guess some people got here on Monday.
Holy moly.
But I think the main setup was yesterday for most of it. So, yeah. And I think here through, well, yeah, I fly out on Monday. So almost a solid week for me.
Yikes. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. Are you guys ready? Yes.
Whenever you are.
Hey there, and welcome back to Board Game Geek's continuing coverage of the Origins Game Fair 2019. I am joined by Mike Young from Plan B Games, who is going to show me Tuki.
Yes, Tuki. So this is the next title on the next move line. If you're familiar with Azul and with Reef, it's a simple abstract with just a light theme to just to give it a little flavor and some presence on the table.
Okay.
Tuki is a puzzle game. And what's really fun about this is that in the box that's included, you have 200 cards, but they're going to be multi-sided depending on how your dice roll is.
All right.
And the dice has 2 different faces for each one, giving you a potential of 600 puzzles within the box. So a lot of replayability in here and a lot of variability. Game's really simple to play.
Okay.
Normally we would play 3 players. There is a 2-player version, but if we play 3, one person's going to be a scout.
All right.
You would roll the die, and depending on your result, you're going to build the structure on the card. So in this circumstance, we got to build the well.
Okay.
So we would flip this up. If we see a pip under this, that means we have to build it with a piece of ice underneath it.
Oh, okay.
No pieces can be resting directly on the tabletop.
Oh, no.
And then it becomes a real-time game. At this point, we're going to start assembling our...
Now, are we building what's over here, or is this...
So the card is identical on both sides.
Okay.
So that this way you can play across the table.
Across the table. All right.
As this one shows, we're going to have a gray one standing up.
Okay. Yes.
Something 3 high up to hold your blue.
So the ice doesn't matter. It's just the colored... Wait, how am I going to pull that off? And no. That... Pretend that.
And you would race to see who would assemble it.
Wait, that. Oh, aha! I think I got you.
No, no.
No?
Well, no, you would. That's perfect. So,
whew.
So you would do that, and then whoever didn't win that round would take the card. They become the scout the next round, which is more or less a judge to make sure that no one's cheating and that they've actually made the configuration.
All right.
And you would do this until someone has 5 cards on their tableau. That person's out, and it's a final round. It doesn't matter how many you've collected up to that point. You'll have a determination based on that last play.
Okay.
So in the game, again, there's variability based on whether or not you use the ice or not. But you have what's going to be kind of a beginner mode or an entry-level mode that uses 3 of the 4 color pieces that you have.
Yes.
But if you want an advanced mode or a slightly more challenging mode, you can use the yellow-sided, which is going to use all 4, which complicates your structures significantly more because there's a lot more to balance and to worry about.
I have a question. Another reason why these are stood up is because I'm not building this flat on the table.
No.
Depending on which animal is rolled, they go down on the bottom, and I got to build up from there.
Exactly. So you're going to look at this not from a top-down perspective, but from a side view perspective. Exactly.
That makes it significantly more challenging.
So this is Tuki. It's debuting here at Origins.
Okay.
We have plenty of copies, so make sure that they swing by to pick them up at 727.
Okay. How many players did you say it goes
This goes to 2 to 4 players.
2 to 4 players. Excellent.
And game takes about 20 to 30 minutes, maybe 40 on the higher end.
Okay.
So.
And I had price point. What's the price point? Gonna be?
It's $40 US.
40, okay. Well, I had one more question. When someone collects 5 of the cards and they are eliminated, you say there's one more round. That final round, is it just a sudden death who gets it first, or is it then whoever has the fewest cards at the end of that round?
It's a sudden death.
It's just a sudden death of who's
You're gonna play one final round to determine the winner. So even at that point, if you've been outscoring me, outmaneuvering me all game, that final round really determines it. So I kind of view it as a little bit of speed rounds just to kind of get you into the practice.
Yeah, you don't want to be eliminated, but if I'm way behind, I'm not necessarily out. So nice, that's nice.
And one final piece about the components. These are really chunky bits. So they're not hollow plastic. It's a resin-like material. So they have some weight and oomph to them.
Yes.
Which is really nice because when you're constructing it, the texture is just right. I mean, for a tactile feel, I really appreciate that, especially as a gamer.
Yeah, it didn't feel like I was building with just light wood that was just going to knock over the slice thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It took quite a bit for me to knock it over accidentally. So.
Yeah, watch out for stub toes. So.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, thank you, Mike, for sharing Tukey with me, and I hope that this was informative to show how it plays, and be sure to join us next time. All right.
Looks so fun.
You haven't played it yet, have you?
I know,
So.
we gotta play it.
Gold Seal Games. And it looks like this is a 25 slot. No, it's a 15. Yes, 15. 15, not 25. Numbers. I figured it out. It's numbers. It uses numbers to add the time. Time is based on numbers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's good to know.
Better now than never.
That's right.
This looks so cool. I like trick-taking games.
Ooh, wow. This one's gonna be cool.
Hi, Barb.
So what happened to Century?
To who?
What happened to Century? Century's whatever road it is this time.
I don't think that was in this slot.
New World.
Oh.
It was on the list.
They swapped it out for a different game.
But okay, what other game? What other game was it? The one they just did?
Era.
Oh, right, Era, right. Gotcha.
All right. Hello.
Howdy.
Here is Andrew. Here's almost your microphone. Wink. And it's currently muted, so once you get it on there, you can flick that little switch.
Okay, very good.
Yep. Slide that in your.
Or
Whatever works best for you. Whatever you. Over is fine. And we are looking at 2 different games total? Okay. Oh, do we have, Steph, can we get the box? Thank you. And what you're doing, the prep work, that's the greeter position, right? Okay, that's what I'm next, so.
this just goes down here.
Yep.
Hey, Chaz. The items that we're trying to open them on. Can we push some of that stuff up to the side? No, leave everything where it is. But those cards there, can they just slide up? Yeah.
There.
And the same on the other side. Is all that stuff just slide to the side? It's like, yeah. See on the monitor there? No, like, can you tell them where the monitor is?
Oh, this bottom monitor is that camera right up there.
Very good.
Yeah.
That's what all this is. You need to see this. That's what
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. There we go. We haven't met before, have we?
No, we haven't. I don't think so.
Andrew?
Hi, I'm Chaz.
Nice to meet you. Okay, I think we can unmute my name.
Oh, yes. So, mute.
Not you, Jess.
Hello.
I don't think I have a mute button. Okay.
Just they keep you going the whole time.
Yeah.
We would never want to make this guy be quiet.
They try.
Yeah, we try. Just wasn't gonna work anyway.
We're ready.
All right.
Ready, Andrew? Sure you are.
Yeah, sure.
Trial by fire.
Woohoo.
Action.
Okay. Hey everyone, and welcome to Board Game Geek's continuing coverage of the Origins Game Fair 2019. I'm Chaz from Board Game Geek, and I'm joined by Andrew from Gold Seal Games. And you are going to try and show me how to do tricky tides. Hopefully it's not too tricky, and I'll be able to follow along.
Yeah. So, tricky, meaning trick-taking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is a game by Stephen Aramini, who's same guy who did Yardmaster, Sprawlopolis. You know, he's kind of been taken off like a rocket ship lately, so it's pretty great. So this won a contest on the Game Crafter for a trick-taking with a twist, right? So I went ahead and picked it up after that contest, which was pretty cool.
Very cool.
What it is, it basically smashes together trick-taking and pick up and deliver.
Okay.
Right? So you're going to be taking your different merchant ships around to different islands.
Okay.
Gathering different resources, so spice and coffee and silk and sugar.
Okay, represented by the different color cubes?
By the different color cubes.
Okay.
Trying to earn the most gold.
Okay.
And the way you earn gold is by delivering orders, so you just need the requisite
makes
cubes,
sense.
right?
That's what they're looking for, and how much they'll pay?
And that's how much they'll pay.
All right.
Additionally, you get bonus gold based on these cards here. There's a Monster Sightings cards.
Ooh.
These are kept secret throughout the game, so you'll actually really only see the back of these throughout gameplay, and at the end everyone reveals them and shows what kind of bonus points they get.
So they are different for each
player.
player.
They are different. Yeah, each player is going to have a different card.
Okay.
And those points are applied by what type of creature is on the order card.
Okay.
So it kind of helps you target which ones are most valuable.
Okay. So if I fulfill an order, I get that card, which I will then reference at the end.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And for you, if you got the octopus is worth 0 bonus gold. Whereas for me, that's the best card I can get.
Okay.
Right? So it plays a series of 3 rounds.
Okay.
And you play 6 cards out of your hand. The way the cards work, this is where the trick taking comes in. There's 4 different suits, which are all the sea monsters.
Okay.
So you have whales, octopus, shark, and the sea dragon.
Okay.
Okay. And someone will lead a card, so you'll play out of your hands, and you'll declare, okay, I want to play the 4 of sharks.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you have sharks in your hand, you must play them.
All right.
All right. There you go. Great. So then we resolve turn order based on the rank of our cards.
Okay.
So this is where this trick taking drives the turn order.
Oh, that is a nice little twist.
Yeah,
there.
it's cool.
Yeah.
So the highest on suit card goes first. So 4 would go before 2. Now, if there was a third player and they played something like the 7 of octopus, right? They're off suit.
Right.
So they're going to wind up going after both of us.
Makes sense.
So that's kind of. So I would get to go, and I get to move my boat. So I'm the purple boat here. I get to move it here. Now the direction I'm allowed to move my boat is also on this card.
Oh.
So it's a layered decision based on what cards you want to play.
Is that the compass rose?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So if you notice, all the islands are facing in one direction. That's north.
Okay.
So you would line up your compass, and now the directions available for me are north, south, east, and west. For you are only north and south.
And you got diagonals.
And then you dig diagonals, and depending on whatever rank you have, those directions might vary.
And I'm assuming that the higher the number, later in turn order you'll go, but the more options you'll have.
So you'll actually go earlier in turn, so that it's unless you're playing with an event card.
Okay.
So there's various event cards that go that come out each round. One of them is called Low Tide, which will literally flip the game on its head, right? So the low number will go first.
Okay.
Now there is an advantage to playing the lowest on-suit card,
okay.
And that's what these guys are. These standees. So the monsters each have unique capabilities as well. So on the back of your the back here, it will tell you what the powers are, but they're very thematic. The octopus has big long arms. It can grab goods and move them between islands.
Okay.
Right? The whale can spout new goods into play.
Okay.
The shark eats stuff, right? It's got a big giant mouth, you know.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then the dragon uses its magical powers and transforms goods. So it can change coffee to silk or something like that.
Those all make sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty cool theme. So you get dealt 8 cards. You play 6 of them. That ends the round. You will refill goods between rounds.
Okay.
Play through rounds. Most gold wins.
I love the trick-taking card play twist and how that just weaves in to the pick up and deliver. That is so elegant.
I thought Steven put together like a really clever gameplay. And when we got it, we didn't have any of the monsters and everything in play. But the artist, her name is Naomi Farrell. She did an amazing job. This was all done by hand. Like this is not computer effects.
This is like hand stipple?
Yes.
Oh
by
my
hand.
word.
Yeah. Took her hours and hours and hours, and it's worth every moment.
Yeah.
Right.
I hope the camera picks this up because they are beautiful.
Thank you. And so we decided let's try to lift those up off the cards and give the players the interact. So we worked for a while getting them to make thematic sense and also provide some advantage to maybe playing a lower card instead to get control of the monster. So.
Yeah. Well, you know, this sounds really intriguing. So where is this in terms of production and availability, and then what's its price point going to be?
Sure. So it's we had a Kickstarter about a year ago. It's just finished delivered to backers as of 2-3 weeks ago. We have a booth here at Origins, so we're selling it.
And so it's for sale. It's available now.
It's available for sale. So a couple of retailers have picked it up here and there, but mostly just through the Gold Seal Games website.
Excellent.
And we partnered with Zafty Games as well, and they're also going to be selling it here and there, kind of helping us get through into some distribution and everything.
Okay, so. And sorry, what was the price point going to be for?
It's $30.
$30. Yep. Excellent. All right, so yes, that is Tricky Tides. Sorry, it's it tricked me. The lettering, it's like, wait, have I been saying it wrong this whole time? No, it is still Tricky Tides from Gold Seal Games. Very intriguing game, which I think is going to be following me home from Origins. So thanks. And we'll have talk to you again soon. Yeah, where's your booth at?
861.
861.
Yeah.
I got it. When I get a.
Thank you.
I'll have to make my way over there.
Yeah.
Because
it's cool, right?
Yes.
So my girlfriend, when she played it, my ex-girlfriend, when she played it, she was just like, this is the only game from this contest that I want to play again.
Really? It just stood out from all the others?
Wow. And then I played it and I just lost my mind too. He's so creative. So. So just as a heads up, these tiles aren't stuck together, but they should be. So if you handle them, try to just keep them. I mean, we'll acknowledge that they're two pieces, but we'll in the final production will be bonded together.
Okay.
So just don't get surprised if they slip.
Will they still be the plexiglass overlay?
Yes.
Okay.
So and they do that because you get the cool underwater effect. It's rad, right?
Yeah.
So the turtle's one of my favorite because he's. Actually, it looks like he's coming out of the water.
They actually painted it up. That is cool. Yeah.
Did you want the box for this one as well?
Please.
It's a prototype box, though.
It's still nice to
got
have.
Art on the
we can acknowledge it's a prototype box.
It doesn't splash down on us there. It's a little thin. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So Kohaku.
Kohaku.
Yeah.
Oops. All right. Oh, 45.
I'm not muted, am I? No. That's not coming good, yeah?
Oh. You are always live streaming.
Always.
The rule of thumb, you are always.
I believe it. All right.
All right. So all we need now is the thumbs up from our producer.
Just go.
All right. Hey there, everyone, and welcome back to Board Game Geek's continuing coverage of the Origins Game Fair 2019. I'm Chaz Marler from Pair of Dice Paradise and Board Game Geek. I'm joined by Andrew from Gold Seal Games, who's going to be sharing with us, don't tell me, Kohaku.
I got it.
I did it. All right, we're done. That's all I needed.
Good enough.
Tell me how it works.
All right. So Kohaku is the Japanese word for a red and white koi fish.
Oh, okay.
So this is a game about building the most beautiful koi pond.
Okay.
It's a tile laying game. Couldn't pick that up. And you'll basically be trying to put things adjacent to each other or in line of sight of each other and try to generate the most points, which kind of says that I have the most beautiful koi pond. So this was designed by Danny Devine, who also did Topiary. So he's got the kind of tile laying. It's got whispers of that kind of feel of that game through there. And he did all the art as well, which is really great to have a designer doing the art for you as well. So on your turn, you're basically going to be drafting 2 tiles off this central board. And there's 2 categories of tiles. There's fish, right? And features, which are everything but the fish. And if you notice, they're kind of in a checkerboard pattern.
Oh, okay, yes. Fish, feature.
Yep, you got it. And on your turn, you have to draft 2 adjacent tiles. So both a fish and a feature. So like this would be good. You could do this or this. But you couldn't take 2 features or something like this. You know.
What if you drafted these first? Could I draft these?
So after you draft, we'll the things in the middle will move to the outside, and then we'll refill from the deck.
Okay, so it's never going to be a problem.
Yep, you always have a full board to pick from. So when you take 2 fish, so this is actually we'll pretend I took those because this is a nice draft here. You're going to bring them into your pond, right? And you're going to put them adjacent to other things in your pond. Now for me, I'm going to go ahead and put them adjacent to each other, but they don't actually have to go adjacent to each other. They just have to be adjacent to other things in your pond.
Do you still continue the fish feature pattern?
Yes, you must. Right. So this is you always bring it in as a checkerboard pattern, kind of the same idea. And you're trying to optimally place them into your pond. So the way each feature scores differently. The butterflies kind of harken back to the topiary scoring, where it uses a line of sight. Where anything that's the same color as the butterfly, in this case red, in vertical, horizontal from that butterfly all the way to the edge of your pond will score 2 points. Okay, so this is a nice little layout. Right now he's worth 6 points. Here, here, and here. Flowers will score 2 points based on any fish that contain the same color directly adjacent to it. If you manage to surround the flower by fish that contain that color completely, you get 12 points. So there's a little bonus for doing it. So right now this is a maxed out flower.
Pulled it off.
Yep. Then you have different things like rocks. The rocks here look for baby koi. So there's baby koi fish in the background. So you'll want to put these adjacent to rocks. The frogs are nice and hungry, so they're looking for dragonflies. So the same kind of similar concept there. Some tiles may have both baby koi and dragonflies, so you kind of have to decide which one you want to go with on that. The statues work very similar to the flowers, except they don't care about color. You just want to surround them. So if you completely surround it with fish, it's 10 points. So for here, yours is worth 6 points right now because it has 3 fish next to it. Once you plop the last one at the end, it's 10 points.
Are there any feature or fish types that we haven't seen yet?
There are some solid colors in here that we talked about. We didn't talk about turtle as well. He's just 5 points. He just hangs out, very peaceful. Don't have to work for it, right? What we find is the turtles and the statues kind of fill some of the inefficiencies in the pond. Kind of help relieve some holes or things. You can always plop them down.
Plop a turtle there.
Since you're always forced to take 2 adjacent tiles, I really want that particular fish, but all the features next to it aren't great. But I really want that, so later I'll just fill it in with a turtle or something.
Excellent.
And then the solid color fish, because they're less flexible, also are marked with a coin. Each coin on the bottom of the in your pond at the end of the game is also worth 1 point.
So they kind of help mitigate that as well.
Yep. So you just go through, you play until all the koi tiles are gone. Flip the board over. There's a scoring tracker on the back. Run your. It's a very basic, one to, and then very simple.
Very straightforward.
And then you just run. We have. We have discs now, but we'll probably wind up doing like little fish-shaped scoring markers. You just run up your total as you go.
Excellent. And one last thing, I did notice that now these are just, you said these are prototype. They're not actually adjacent, but they're not actually touching adjacent. I've been doing demos all that. They're not actually secured together, but these actually have these plexiglass overlays, and in the final game, they will actually be one final piece. What are these?
Okay, so Right now, we're just kind of demoing, showing off with cardboard, just kind of give an idea and layout. But the final production of this game will actually, all of the tiles will be made out of this double layer acrylic.
I thought these were like a bonus, like
no.
These are the actual.
Those will be the actual pieces.
Oh my word! Oh,
yeah,
that's gonna be gorgeous.
Yeah, it's gonna be very awesome. So we basically take an underprinting and then we add whatever would be on above the water on top. And it creates this really awesome, like 3D effect.
It does.
It kind of creates, looks like everything's underwater.
Yeah, I hope the camera is picking that up because that's really cool. Okay, that's.
So it's a very nice and clunky and fun and just absolutely gorgeous. So one of my favorite things about this game was the aesthetics, and we really wanted to lean into that to just create a really beautiful gameplay experience.
Nice. Okay, that is. Oh no, I've forgotten. That is Kohaku.
Kohaku.
Kohaku from Gold Seal Games. So thank you, Andrew, for coming by and sharing this with us, and we'll have more coverage from Origins. And until next time, take care.
Nice.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Nice meeting you, man.
Yeah. Hopefully, when I get a break, hopefully I'll be able to stop by sometime.
Oh, please,
sometime this week. And, I think, is it? It's just about time. Sure. Who is on deck? Next up is our good friend, Rob Oren. Rob's going to be joining us. I don't know if anyone is watching this or if this is being broadcast at the moment, but Rob Oren, everyone's favorite miniatures painter and just awesome guy in general, is coming up next. In fact, he's coming up right now, slowly coming up. Come to me, Rob. Yeah, that's what we want, is to take as long as possible to transition.
Oh.
So I'm going.
Are they ready for this?
Oh boy, I think they have been waiting with bated breath for this. Go like, bring on Rob.
The human highlight reel is here. My buddy Chaz. We got Derek behind the mic. Come on, let's do this. Origins 2019.
Do you know what I found out earlier today?
What's that? That we're good friends.
Yeah, it was news to me too. No, actually, before I go into a story, let me make sure. We have a buffer built into the schedule here.
Okay.
So, and Queen Games is on at 4, which is going to be 6 minutes from now. So I don't want to delay us too much.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mute myself and give you this mic, and then we'll be back.
Okay.
This is Rodney's. I don't know if it'll fit you. You're a little bit more filled out than Rodney is.
Just a little bit. Hey, does anybody want to see fat guy in a little shirt?
Actually, your mic too is. Oh. So I'm gonna come in here.
That's all right.
You're gonna get. So yes, we want it this way because you're gonna be probably leaning in this way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that should be better. I hope. Derek will let us know.
Derek, how am I doing?
Oh, are you still muted?
No. Am I? Am I muted?
No, you're on.
Nah, I'm on.
All right. On, super on.
Guys, if you're coming down here, listen, make sure you stop by, see everybody at the BGG booth. We got Aldi. We got a little pumpkin Steph there. We got Beth there. We got Derek. Everybody you want to see. You want to come down, make sure you stop by, see everybody. We got great promos. Come get them. Come buy everything.
This is on deck. It's so
on
good.
deck.
Here.
Copenhagen.
We'll put the teaser box right there.
Look. Queen Games. Do I have to say any more? I mean, really.
Oh, I was going to tell you.
Yes?
Real quick. while we're waiting for Queen Games to get like, I found out that Gamma officially changed the name of this event to Origins Game Fair 2019. So the formatting is like Origins Game Fair of the year. That's like an official thing of the way to say it.
But I practiced all night in the mirror going Origins 2019. Now I have to change the complete format.
Well, that's what I wanted to tell you now, so that we didn't have to like do like some voiceover and post. Because Rob, we need you to say it this way each video. So,
Rob,
welcome to Origins Game Fair.
Origins. Listen, I'm just going to...
Welcome to Gen Con.
Could you just cut me out for the next 2 hours? I mean, really. I mean, this is going down quickly.
Rob returned to his home planet.
Rob is back, live on BGG.
Hey, you were doing some filming this morning of your own. What was it that you were getting today?
Well, first off, I was going around just trying to give everybody a feel of how the setup. So I put a video up every day so you guys can see it. Rob's Tabletop World. Shameless plug. And make sure paradise.
Oh, thank you. See, it's not. Is it shameless if someone else gives it to you? Is it still?
Speaking of shameless plugs, what do you want your title to be on the lower third, Rob? Do I put Rob Orange Tabletop World, or what do you want?
Rob's Tabletop.
Or Paradise.
I'm part of the BGG family, so just Rob Orange.
I'll just say Board Game Geek then?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right,
Board Game Geek. Listen, nobody's going to come to my channel. Listen, if you want to see a hack.
I didn't realize they were doing lower thirds. I have no idea what they put up for me. Maybe,
lower thirds?
Yeah, the little titles.
Oh, I thought you were making fun of me.
You've always been Paradise.
I didn't know we were having lower thirds.
Yeah, we have the lower third the hosts here with us now.
You know,
yeah, the upper thirds go to the grade A talent.
Yes. Yes.
Well, first we started with Rodney.
Yes, and then
Chaz. And just to close out the show, Rob. We're not even going to say his full name.
No.
It's not even worth it.
We're not even going to broadcast the last couple segments you do.
We have a test pattern. I guess Andrew J. Smith is not coming up, and Gold Seal Games is not next.
That is who just finished, actually.
Right.
We have had the nice things being prepped. I know we're having Queen Games.
Queen Games?
I'm not sure. Oh, sorry, you were this way. I believe I will be building those out for you. There's a schedule on the table, though, right behind you.
Let's see who the kid got. Hold on.
Oh yeah, it's Ryan. It is Ryan. Sorry.
Oh.
And Ryan's here.
We got Ryan.
As soon as they are ready.
Let me tell you what's coming up.
All right. So we
got Ryan. We got set. Okay.
We're gonna transition out and let you talk to someone actually.
All right. Let me tell you something. You guys are going to have a great time if you're coming. There are so many cool games already. I was filming out there. It was just spectacular. The place is already starting to get filled up. The excitement is happening. Origins Game Fair. I mean, I don't know if I have to say the whole thing, right? Do I? I might as well start practicing. But hey, Origins 2019. You're going to want to be here. Fantastic time everybody's going to have. We already got the tournaments going. Everybody's buying all these fantastic promos that we brought with us. Make sure you stop by and see us. We're just waiting on whoever's next. Oh, okay.
I believe it is muted, so there's the button on top.
Well,
I got the long leg. Yeah, the table, it's a very...
It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. We'll get you all mic'd up. I think right there would be pretty good.
I'll get the sheet in for you, too.
Thank you. Oh, Derek needs it to get the lower third in.
Ryan Bruns?
Oh, Bruns?
Bruns? Okay.
He lives the box up for a second.
Oh! Let's get the glasses completely off there.
And then if you can check, here's your overhead camera.
Okay.
So if you need to adjust this at all, you can just move the whole thing
okay.
if you need to be.
All right.
And remember that straight up and down is not against these. It's at a 45-degree angle, so straight up and down is against that corner. if you need something like straight on there, which I just really.
Hey Chaz,
wow.
Can you unmute his mic?
Did you get, Derek? Did you get the lower third information?
Tell me when you're ready, brother.
We are good to go.
All right, everybody. Hey, I'm Rob Orn, and I am with Ryan Bruns from Queen's Games. He's going to be showing us Copenhagen. Brian, thanks for coming by.
Thanks.
Hey, tell us all about it.
Copenhagen. So we're in New Haven, and we're
New Haven, Connecticut.
Yeah, with the canals, the beautiful canals of Connecticut.
I'm originally from Connecticut. No, really, I swear to God,
no.
I was grown in. No, okay,
different place.
All right, there we go.
But we're building the facades of the buildings. We should make an expansion though.
Yeah, see,
yeah.
New Haven, Connecticut.
So in this game, we're trying to create these facades on the front of our buildings here, and there's certain bonus points we get for covering it up, and I'll kind of go through that here. Out here, you see the tiles that are available to cover up out on our facades. These represent our hand of cards. They wouldn't be openly played like this, but we'll leave it out there.
Okay.
There's two choices, and actually, let me back up a little bit. The first player to 12 points. You can't see that, but basically, the first player to 12 points.
We can bring that right up.
In here.
Let's bring it right in there.
There we go. You have our little ships going along here. First player to 12 wins the game.
Okay.
There's also a timing mechanism with a deck of cards.
Okay.
In a two-player game, we'll go through the deck twice. 3 or 4 players, there's actually a card in there that once we hit that card towards the bottom of the deck, that would trigger the end of the game.
Okay.
So that's how that works.
All right, let's just get that back there.
Get that back up there. So there's 2 choices in the game. On your turn, you can draw cards or you can play cards. Very simple. On the draw card phase, if you want any of these cards on these docks, if I were to choose this one, I would have to choose the card adjacent to it. Okay, so if I wanted this green card, I'd have to take this green one or this purple one. This does not wrap around, so I can't choose this. These are not adjacent to each other, okay? And I'll explain how there's some ways around that later.
Okay.
That's your first choice. Your second action, or your second choice could be playing your cards to build a facade. If I were to, each card shows the different size tiles available in that particular color.
All right.
If I wanted to build this 2-spaced tile.
See, everybody, you can see the tiles there. Perfect.
I would lay down 2 cards.
Okay.
If it was 3 blocks long, then I'd discard 3 tiles.
Okay.
I would purchase that tile by discarding the cards, and I'd place this onto my player board. The rules for placement are it either has to be laid along the bottom of the facade, or a level up on top of something else. Now, if it were matching colors, if I were to place it here, this would actually only cost me 1 card instead of 2 because it's touching another color.
Right.
Yep. So that's kind of how that works. If you cover a row or a column, that's how you score points. If you cover a row, it's worth 1 point. If the row is full of windows, like your example here, that would be worth 2 points.
Oh, wow. Okay?
Anytime you cover a coat of arms, you get a bonus action. And that also happens if you fill up this column here. That would consider that. One of those you would be able to select a 1 tile token that can be placed, as shown here, which comes in handy. Another action would be choosing from these special ability tiles that come into the game. And these are just things that break the rules of the game that allow you to, for example, use any color cards to represent another color. So you could use 4 purples to represent a blue. This allows you to draw an extra card. You're only allowed to draw 2, and if you choose to draw cards, you can draw another one. And this one allows you to do both actions. You can draw and place.
Okay.
So once you spend these, though, on your turn, they are flipped over. Okay?
All right.
As I said, once you cover a coat of arms, you're allowed a special action. One of those could be to refresh these tiles. So if you spent those, you can flip them back over. Any tiles you have spent to that point would work in that case. And that's pretty much the game. It's pretty simple. We just go through first player to 12, or like I said, the ending conditions with the cards, and that's pretty much it. So it's really 30 minutes.
And it plays 30 minutes.
Yeah, it plays even with a full gamut of 4 players. Everybody kind of it just moves quickly with how they play.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Ryan, thank you. Everybody, when's this going to be out?
So it's a soft release here at Origins.
Okay.
We're gonna second week of July, excuse me, will be the retail release of it. So.
Fantastic. Guys, Copenhagen, Queen Games, you're going to want this. Look at it. It's beautiful. Why wouldn't you want this?
It's great.
It's great.
Yeah.
Ryan, thank you so much.
You.
I really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
There you go. Good. All right.
Yeah, my colleague's over here. She's going to step in. He's going to step in. So it's
Interchangeable parts.
Travis
Reynolds. Travis Reynolds. Probably not. All right. This is beautiful. You guys always make great games. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, there you go. Queen Games, Copenhagen. You're going to want to check that out. I'm telling you. Beautiful. I like the whole thing about it, and I love the little panes that they have on the windows. It just looks so cool. You're going to want that. All right, what do we got coming up next? Another game from Queen Games. How good is this? Huh? I wonder how everybody is doing out there. Hey. Yeah, I'm waving to all you guys. How are you? Look, everybody's having a great time here. Oh, here we go. Shh. Do not move. I got it, I got it, I got it. You're making me nervous.
That's what I do best, man.
I know.
So Rob, you want to just discard games and talk about painting for 10 minutes?
No, we're here to talk about Queen Games and Luxor.
Yes. I'll get you the box.
I mean, what more could I want to do? Because this looks absolutely fantastic. I remember playing this game last Gen Con for the first time. I was with my friend Tina, and I was just blown away by it.
Yeah, so we have the Mummy expansion now.
Oh.
Are we ready to talk about it?
Almost. He's getting the box. I'll introduce it too. There's no box.
No box.
Nothing.
Use your imagination.
All right. Expansion. Tell mic'd up?
You might want to lose your lanyard. Okay.
Yep, because it's going to rub up against it. Yeah, probably. Probably mine.
Is that better? Yeah. Good, good.
There we go. There we go. All right, big fella.
Huh? Yep. Test, test.
All right, gotcha. And we need a frame out. Is that as flush with the corners as it
No, it's not. We're going to have to, we'll just, when you start talking about that part, we'll just pull it up.
That's fine. That's part of the base game anyway.
Oh, it's part of the base game. Okay, we're good.
Can you see how the monitor? It's a little crooked.
Yeah, this end needs to go that way.
Oh, this way?
Yeah.
The board's uneven.
How about? Is that a little?
That's better? Okay. All right. Another Queen's game. Travis Reynolds is here. We're going to be talking about the expansion for Luxor. What's the name of the expansion?
It's Luxor, the Mummy's Curse.
The Mummy's Curse. All right. We already love the original game. Now we have an expansion, the Mummy's Curse. Travis, tell me all about it.
So I think we're just going to assume people know Luxor. Basically, we're going to the temple, we're playing cards. It's got the unique play the cards at the end of the hand, push them out, get to the middle. Anyway, so in the Mummy's Curse, we add some really neat stuff. So let's start with the title's sake, right? That's the mummy. So we add a mummy. It's a scary looking guy here.
Oh, look at this dude.
It almost looks kind of Iron Maiden-ish.
Yeah, it does. It has that whole Iron Maiden thing. That's cool.
So he starts here by the tomb, and every time you claim or play a Horus card, which players of the original game will know, he's going to move. So he moves a couple, one for every eye on the Horus cards. If he passes adventurers of your opponents, they are immediately laid down and inactive.
If he passes you, you're okay. If he lands on you, you're also inactive. When your turn comes around, if you want to activate those guys, you have to take an action to do that. We're going to roll the die. On a 1 or 2, you activate one guy, but your turn's over. 3 or 4, you activate all your guys, turn's over. 5 or 6, you activate all your guys, and you take your turn as normal. So it slows you down. Plus, the guy who moved the mummy and laid people down collects one of these tokens for every player that they knocked an adventurer down. These can be spent at the end of your turn to buy these tiles, and there's a power on each tile. And when you buy one, another one comes out, and that's how the mummy part of it works.
That is cool as anything. Look at you guys.
He comes all the way around, he gets there, he just starts over, right? So it just keeps, so it does, it kind of, it adds a key time to play a horse card, to move them, to lay some people down. Slow them down, keep them from claiming something you're trying to get to. So it adds some good stuff.
Fantastic, unbelievable. First of all, the art is amazing on this. You guys did it again. How do you guys keep on doing this?
I don't know, we have some good artists. The guy that did this is good.
You guys are just fantastic. Hey, everybody, you're gonna wanna check out The Mummy's Curse, an expansion for Luxor. Travis, I can't think of
Rob, we have a couple more pieces. Can we cover those?
You got a couple more?
Yeah, that's just the mummy part.
That's just the mummy part?
There's 4
I thought you were
modules
done.
in here, so let's
I'm blown away by this.
The other one is everybody can start with a player card.
Okay.
It not only helps you organize all your stuff, but every player card has a special power. Like yours says, when you collect a full set of treasures, take an extra turn. And mine says when I take a tile, if there is a temple tile below it, I get to take that action, which you don't normally do. There's 8 different ones. Everybody starts with one. So that's a piece.
Okay.
Another piece is Luxor normally only plays 2 to 4. It adds a 5th player. So we're able to play with 5.
Okay.
And the final thing it adds is normally you just draw 5 cards to start your hand. We have a starter hand now. You're going to take 5 of these cards.
Okay.
And they're all different than the original cards. So we've got a 6. We've got a die +1. We've got a 0, which is nice because if I want to take this again or activate this again, I just play the 0. And finally, we have these plus cards. I play 3 plus a D +1 or 3 plus 6. So you can move some big numbers that way. So, and you can, like most of our expansions, you can pick and choose. You can include the mummy, or you can include the starter cards, or you can include the player boards, or whatever you want, or play with all of it.
It's just got even better.
Yeah.
I mean, what else?
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
That's a lot. I'm telling you right now. Travis, this is fantastic. You guys are the best. One more can I say, but thank you so much for showing this to us.
Absolutely.
This is just absolutely beautiful. Guys, you're going to want to check this out. When's it coming?
So we thought we could sell it here, but we didn't fulfill Kickstarter yet.
Okay.
So of course we didn't want to do that until we take care of those guys. After that, it'll be available. I mean, we're ready to put it out.
Okay, once you're done with the Kickstarter, you're going to be able to get this, guys. Make sure you get this. It looks like it's going to enhance this game. The Mummy is just cool. Beyond belief. Buddy, thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you so much. We will see you guys soon. Thanks for bringing it by. Queen's Games, Luxor. What more could you want? Thank you.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Thanks, man.
Oh, you're welcome. I thought you were done. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, everybody. Hey, another great one from Queen Games. What can I tell you? No, I was just saying, I was talking about the game they just brought. We got Smirk and Dagger here? Smirk and Laughter.
I can't here.
Smirk and Laughter. What do we have here, folks? Well, this is interesting. See, I'm going to have to put my glasses on for this one. All right. Man. Hey, how you doing?
Good. Good to see you.
All right.
Oh, the box we need, right?
Well, yeah.
Laughter is next.
Kurt Covert. Okay.
Yes.
All right. There we go.
Oh, hey, I played this game with you at Gamma. I love this game.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
And just to confirm, this is these working left.
Yeah, this is a dagger. This is a dagger game. Yes, it's dagger.
Dagger? Okay, so we get rid of the laughter.
Yes, correct.
Because trying to figure this out is full of laughter.
Ignore that.
Okay, smirk.
Pretend it's not there.
There you go. How's he sound?
My dulcet tones.
Your dulcet tones.
Yeah.
We're golden. That we are golden. Hey, I'm here with Kurt Covert from Smirk and Dagger. He is going to be showing us Woolly Mammoth. Kurt, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks so much.
Hey, tell us all about this.
You betcha. All right, so Woolly Mammoth is it's kind of a guts game where it's a double think kind of a game where.
Guts, did you say?
Yes, indeed. Well, you're a tribe of cavemen, and you're trying to feed your family by knocking woolly mammoths off the edge of a cliff.
Okay.
Thereby, getting meat for that fine thing. What you're trying to avoid, however, is you want to avoid landing in a tar pit.
Okay.
You want to avoid being trampled by a mammoth, and you certainly don't want to fly off the edge of the cliff with the mammoth itself.
But that is a glorious death.
Well, and it happens a lot.
Yes. If you're going to go,
yes,
go with the mammoth.
So the reason why this happens, and kind of the fun of the game, is that you are trying to quickly get out of sync with people so that they are in peril and not you. So everyone has the exact same set of movement cards.
Okay.
And they range from -3 all the way up to 4.
All right.
And, yep.
Just to make sure everybody sees these.
Yep.
All right, there we go.
There you go, yep.
All right, there we go.
So, did you put on that down?
All right.
Now, everyone's going to choose one, put them face down, and then everyone will reveal.
Okay.
But it's not just the one that you played. It's all of them combined that govern how we all move.
Oh. This just got ugly.
Yeah. So, for example, the timid tribe, if we look at 4, 3, 7, -3 back to 4, 6. Everyone has to move 6.
Okay.
This is going right over the edge with their mammoth. So they will score a meet because they did get a mammoth,
okay,
but they've lost one of their 4 people. But because they did score a mammoth, their board will stretch, and now they have to go farther to find more mammoth. And same goes around the table. So.
Oh, that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Look at.
It's very cool.
Oh, you are now my hero.
Now, the green team played 2 take break.
Okay.
So they're forcing everyone forward 2.
Okay.
But because they played take break, they are not moving at all. So they have planned on getting thrown over. Mm-hmm. And this guy fell for it. He's went over. This guy's safe. He went 6. But he's safe. So now, next turn, I'm trying to remember what did everyone else play? What can I now play? So
because you're trying to figure out and count the cards.
Exactly. Now, then someone else will play something like Charge. Adds 1 to everyone's movement, but now once the cavemen are done moving, the mammoths get their turn. So you draw a card from the Charge deck, 4. That's now a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4. He gets crushed. So there are a lot of ways to die in this game. Unless, of course, you had played a -3 run away.
Oh, then he would back up.
Actually, what would happen is he can duck and cover and jab him as he goes through and gain the meat.
Gain the meat.
So it's all trying to figure out what are they going to do, what am I going to do to try to put them in peril and keep myself safe and drive a mammoth over the edge. Mm-hmm. Everyone ends up also having a special ability.
Okay.
It's eat this or that whenever you want to, and then it's exhausted. And when you lose a caveman, then you get it back. Now the real trick though about playing your cards is at the end, you're going to start running out of options. All these get played, they're in your personal discard pile, and you're like, oh, I don't have what I need, or I'm about to run out. The only way to get your hand back is to spend one of your hard-earned meat tokens. So you're going to win either by holding 6 of them or being the last tribe standing, which quite honestly is often the case.
That's amazing. So, you work so hard for this meat, and then
the
only way that you can get your cards back.
Yeah. And oftentimes, if you know what you're holding and you suspect that they are going to be able to drive you off the cliff, you're like, all right, I have to pay a meat, take up all your cards again.
Right. Or you try to gauge, maybe I can outlast them.
Exactly.
Maybe I can. There's a phenomenal balance there.
Yeah.
And then this is just.
And that's fun. And you can see, as you pull that out,
there's more tar pits.
Yeah. So you might have a double tar pit, which is kind of hard to avoid. Mm-hmm. Now there are modifiers on some of the cards, so it's 4. But just for me personally, I have another +1, or it could be a little -1. So oftentimes when you're near tar pits, you want to play things that give you a little minus or plus, just so you can try to sidestep, when other people don't see that you plan for it. It's got a little bit of a pokery feel in terms of trying to reason out.
You're trying to say, I think he still has this, but I don't know what that one has, and then you're sitting there with what you got.
Right.
And do I really want to play this now, or do I want to drop this?
Exactly.
Glorious.
Yeah.
Glorious.
So it's a blast to play. It's for 2 to 4 players, and it takes about 30-40 minutes.
Perfect time.
Yep.
Great, beautiful. I mean, the art's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Hey, fantastic.
Hey, thanks. And so it's coming out. Well, it was supposed to be out here at the show.
Okay.
And there was a small production error that's going to set us back maybe a month. So it looks like it's going to be end of July and into Gen Con. We will definitely have them.
All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Hey, everybody. It's going to be out in Gen Con. Woolly Mammoth, Smirk and Dagger, Kurt Covert. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Fantastic. I love it. Beautiful. Make sure you check it out. Hey, if you come to the show, he's got the copy. Check it out. See if it's for you. More than likely it will be. And then get ready and get it at Gen Con. There you go. Make sure you check it out, and we will see you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Fantastic.
On to your next.
Well, it's always on to something, right? Never ending. Thank you so much, Kurt. Great job. Fantastic. Beautiful game. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And here comes Chaz. Oh, you got it? Okay, perfect. Smirk and Dagger. Woolly Mammoth. I'm so used to signing out saying my name. Hey, until next time, it's your old pal Rob. I get stuck there.
You can still be our pal.
Well, you said no.
Oh, you saw the memo. Oh,
yeah.
That was supposed to be.
Wow.
That was not supposed to be BCC'd company-wide.
Uh-huh.
You can always check with her.
Yeah.
Would you like martini?
So early in the day?
I think.
Shaken. I think. Oh, hold on.
Oh, much better.
Noise.
There you go.
You want to get her all jacked up? Oh boy. We got a good one coming here. Because I see puppies and cats. I mean, here?
Okay, push it back out. So.
Yep, that's what I thought. How about right there?
Let me try to tighten
It's kind of hard. Rob. Hi, how are you? Terry Latorca?
Terry Latorco.
Is she live? Is she on? Okay, all right. I'm ready. You just tell me when. We are rolling. Hey everybody, we are here with Renegade Games. Terry Latorco, what have you brought us today?
This first game is called Bubble Tea. It is an Azachan game. If you're familiar with his designs, he's done Kitty Paw for us. He's done Fireworks for us. If you've played any of those games, you might also recognize some of those critters and characters on these cards. The art is so distinctive, so delightful, and the design of this game is a very family-friendly, very accessible game. This is a real-time game. Probably a big hit, at least for me, it was a big hit in my house, my younger child, and it's available here at Origins this weekend. So we're really excited to debut this here.
Hey, you can get that. Where's the booth?
Booth 713.
713, remember that.
So
Bubble Tea.
Bubble Tea, it is $20, and you get these beautiful wooden dice, you get transparent ingredients cards, you get this delightful shaker, the customer cards, and the tea-based cards. There's a lot packed into this game, and it's such a great value for what you get, in the component quality.
And all in this little box.
In this tiny little box.
In this tiny little box.
It's even got a shaker cut out on the front. The art is so cute too.
Yeah?
So if you're a fan of cute furry friends, cats
who isn't?
and dogs.
Oh, come on.
Even the fold-outs are so delightful. And even the ingredients have little faces and little characters. They're so cute. So when you get over how adorable this game is, after unboxing it, the game is actually really fun but really challenging. Real-time games often are really immersive, but at the same time, they're a real challenge, and I know I tend to struggle a little bit with trying to match it. So what happens is there's two modes of play here.
Okay.
Okay, you can play this for 1 to 5 people.
Okay.
So you can play it with your whole family, or you can have the little ones go off to corner, try it for themselves, learn it, love it, and then come with the family and teach everyone, which is always a fun thing to do. Now the first mode of play is where you put these dice in the shaker, give them a shake, you roll them out, and then everyone simultaneously, they each have their own tea-based cards and their own set of ingredients. They've got to match the dice on their tea. So they have to find these ingredients, which are transparent, and lay them on their cup. So they've got to match the tea base, they've got to match the ingredients. You can cover them up, but you can't have guys hanging off. Because those are spilled ingredients. That's a loss for your tea shop, because you are a tea shop owner, and so you really want to keep everyone in, and you learn very quickly that this is one of those things where the transparent characters are just they're a real interesting challenge. So there is a very puzzly element to this.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure
out done in real time.
Yeah.
So it's really delightful, really fun for the whole family. And when you think you've got it right, you pull this little shaker top off and you cover the dice. Then you check to see who got it right. If you're the one who covered it and you get it, you get a customer card. Now these customer cards are so delightful. They've got characters you might have seen in other Azachan games. And they have some really fun flavor text. They've got a little order. They teach you how to order what they're asking for in English and in Taiwanese. It's super cute. Yeah, and the art is just adorable and it's so delightful. The other mode of play is where we are racing again. We don't have to worry about the dice, but you have a set of cards, and then I have a set of cards.
Okay.
And we're racing each other.
Okay.
To complete ours first. So when I finish my set,
hold on.
So we will try to build this out. So we each have a whole set of cards. Yes.
Yeah.
So your set has a green tea base. That's right. And then you've got to match up your mochi so you can set them up with the numbers.
Let me see if I can even get these bears right.
Oh man, it's a challenge.
Oh, no.
It's so fun.
Don't you beat me on air. Don't you beat me on air, Terry.
You can do this.
You're a better painter than I am.
Oh my gosh.
You're a better painter than I am. You know, I can't let you beat me at this too.
Spatial skills, not my strong suit, I have to admit. So you don't have to match the the placement.
Okay.
You just have to match the quantity of the ingredients, which makes it a little bit easier. So you don't have to fret.
Boom.
You can just flip them over once you figure out which cards you need, sort of, and then you can jimmy your way through and figure it out. But it's really, really delightful. It's really fun, and there's even the instructions. We obviously have written instructions. All the characters have little backstories. They all have their own personality. They're all a little bit mischievous, so it's really adorable. Super cute.
Mischievous. The Milk Tea Cow. The Milk Tea Cow is a classic base for bubble tea. Black tea mixed with milk. Milk Tea Cow is so friendly. He can be anybody's best friend and partner. That's the kind of person I need.
That's right.
In my life. I'm telling you.
You just need to go get yourself
some
milk tea, right? That's right. That's right. And you can also learn. This is a really delightful thing. The instructions also come with their own like little comic, so you can learn it from pictures as well as the words. The art is so incredible.
Oh God,
this is such an appealing game for families,
Mm-hmm.
or for fans of real-time games with really cute art. So I adore this game. This is one of the big hits in my house.
Fantastic.
We have another one coming up, I believe?
I think we do, but let's close this one out first.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Renegade Games. What booth?
713.
713. You're going to get bubble tea. It's here. It's here. Come get it. It's begging to be bought. $20.
$20.
You can't go wrong. Terry Latorco.
Yes.
I love you, first of all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming by. I love your painting.
You.
You know, we both have painting channels.
Oh,
we just
we
paint
love
our little
it.
hearts
We
out.
love
and
it.
we love games like this.
This
so
is
maybe
one
we
of the
can be
games.
best friends.
Well, you know what? I think we already are.
We already are?
I think we already are.
There you go. Renegade Games, folks. You want to check this out. For Terry, myself, until next time, we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Ooh, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
That was fun.
This is fun, yeah.
Yeah, you did great.
Thank you. Like I said, I'm used to talking.
Me too. I never shut up.
To my camera.
In my camera. That's my only friend.
In my basement by myself. So it's nice to have another human here who I can talk to. It's so wonderful.
And we're still rolling. We're still talking.
Rolling.
No, we are always live.
We're always live.
We're always live. Chaz is always live. Chaz is fixing this up, getting this ready for us. Let's just
push it out a little bit.
Is that all right there? He's going to try to tighten up on it.
Ooh. Let me push these characters out, these meeples out a little bit more.
Towards the camera? That way?
How's
that? That'll work?
Oh, yes.
Okay. See, I keep on forgetting that. That's the hardest part.
We can put the game box.
Yeah, we can do it right there.
That's perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, well, I'll let her do that. Okay, I'll introduce her and then I'll tell her, what do you got for us next? Hey, we're back with Terry Latorco and Renegade Games, but we already saw Bubble Tea, but what else did they have for us? Well, Terry, tell us all about it.
This is Artsy. This is a wonderful game that we will have available for pre-order for Gen Con. So it's coming Gen Con. You're getting a first look at it here at Board Game Geek. So this is really exciting. And Artsy, you are the curator of an art gallery.
Okay.
And the art gallery has different kinds, and of course, with art fans, everyone has their type, and they want to see what they want to see.
Absolutely.
Just like gamers, right?
Oh,
we all have our own tastes.
That's right.
But you have to be able to curate your collection of art pieces in your gallery to satisfy customers, to track them, and to make them want to come from other galleries as well. So this is a really interactive game in that every turn you're paying attention. It doesn't matter whether or not you're the active player, you're watching what everyone around the table is doing with their art galleries, because you want to take advantage of what's in their art gallery. You know, oh hey, you've got that kind of art over there. I want to get some of those people to check that out and make some money off them. So like, you know, these galleries draw from each other as much as they curate their own audiences. So this is the game that represents that. It's a very puzzly, thinky game, but one of the most remarkable elements of this game is the delightful parody art. We had an incredible artist do the art, that is Janos Orban, and he did...
Boy, I'm glad you said that.
He did a bunch of these wonderful pieces for us. So in our masterpieces collection, we've got versions of classic pieces. You've probably seen some Van Goghs. We have like a hippie Mona Lisa. It's a flower child Mona Lisa hair, glasses, very much a thing. We have sunflowers with sunglasses. Van Gogh.
Yeah.
We have a surfing on the traditional Japanese wave. Very, very compelling, very cool looking takes on these classic art pieces. And it's a real beautiful draw to this game. Now, in this game, we also have 40, every player is going to get 40 of these beautiful art fan meeples. So these are your gallery visitors, and they're each cut in a different shape. They're really stunning, and they have this game.
These
They're really nice.
Yeah.
Hey, and so these are these little meeples will represent the visitors to your gallery. They'll help you track your points, and you'll score off of them as you go. Because it's so thinky, you'll have your gallery set up, and as you play cards into your gallery, you want to try to take advantage of people's, like who's in your other gallery or in your opponent's galleries, and what kind of art they have, so you can take advantage of the customers you have, or the art gallery visitors, if you will, in your gallery as you play these cards out. It's a very interesting, because it's so abstract, it is an abstract game, it is a very puzzly, thinky game. It's one that you really have to experience to really capture the feel of it. But when you play it once, it really sticks with you, and you always think about the next move, that immersive feeling when you play that really meaty, satisfying game. That's what this is. This is one of those meaty, satisfying games that you get a bite of and you just want another bite, and you want to eat the whole meal. So this is this game. Artsy's incredible game. It'll be available for pre-order for Gen Con for $30, and you'll if you're a fan of the puzzly kinds of games, this is a great game. It's also done by J. Alex Kevern, who did Sentient and World's Fair, which is, you know,
off the charts.
If you've played those games, you already have an understanding of what kind of games those are. So that's the feel of it.
And it's such beautiful twisted art. I mean, it really just sticks out just sitting here.
It's not just the masterpieces. The wonderful thing is these cards also feature individual art pieces on them as well. Again, more interesting parody art, just beautiful art in general. So if I like to think of games as works of art in and of themselves, this is the game that exemplifies that as well. Like, this is a game that is art, where you're playing with art. So
there you go, and all that in this little box here, folks. Bang, boom, right there.
Right there.
Hey, Terry, you did it again. You knocked it out of the park again. I didn't even have to say a thing. Why am I even here? Renegade Games.
Because you're my best friend, Rob. We had this conversation.
We had this already. Terry Litorco, fantastic job. Thank you for coming by with these beautiful games. Renegade Games, always doing it, just doing a fantastic job. Hey, for Terry, myself, until next time, we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and I think we have Time Chase coming out.
Yep. Oh, we got another one?
Well, one more.
We're just spending the afternoon together. It's just Terry and I.
We're blowing through this.
So what are you painting now?
Oh my gosh, I'm painting Power Rangers.
Power Rangers?
Renegade Games, we have Power Rangers.
I know, but I don't have them to paint.
And I'm doing up some of the Clank Acquisitions Incorporated miniatures.
That's cool.
I love them, they're so wonderful.
Yeah.
There's 4. Oh my.
Yeah, can you back that up a bit? I'm in the middle of Batman Chronicles.
Oh my gosh. You must be so busy.
I want to cry. There's so many miniatures. This is like, okay, next. It's like they're multiplying.
In your sleep?
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal
I see
this
them coming.
away.
Time Chase.
This is Time Chase.
Okay. Ooh, I love these things.
Oh, right? They're just,
I know.
they're so fun.
Yeah,
And
you just can't
sparkly.
let them go. Sparkly,
No. Yeah.
fun, more beautiful meeples.
More beautiful meeples.
We're just waiting for the big fella. Origins 2019, folks. You want to stop? Where's your booth again?
Booth 713.
713. You heard it here. 713. If you don't stop there and tell them Rob sent you and Terry sent you. Terry will be there. All right? You get to meet Terry on top of it. I mean, how much better does that get?
Yeah, I want to meet you too. Come by.
Yeah, come by.
I really
Say
want to
hi.
meet you.
I'm shocking everything.
Oh my God. Hey, we're ready whenever you are. He's tweaking it? Okay.
The camera equipment.
They're trying to cut
Be
me out.
careful. Oh no. Don't let them do.
For a lot of this one, we're probably going to play to that camera.
Okay.
Okay.
But if you do end up doing stuff on the
I'll push this a little bit this way. We'll keep it.
Okay, you got it. You got it. You got it.
Whenever you're ready.
I'm always ready. And we're here with Terry Latorco, Renegade Games, booth 713.
Yes, come see how short I am.
No.
We're sitting, nobody can see.
Really?
You'll be able to see how short I am. It's gonna be fun.
But we're not here to talk about how short she is. What we're here to talk about is Time Chase.
Time Chase.
Terry, take us home.
Time Chase. If you love Fox in the Forest, you love trick-taking games, this is a delightful game. I love trick-taking games. I've played those kinds of games with my parents before I knew that hobby games existed. You know, this is one of those games where you can take to friends who know what canasta is, bridge, that sort of thing. Great introduction to hobby games as well. Time Chase, however, is a trick-taking game with a twist. So it's a tricky trick-taking game.
It's a tricky trick.
Tricky trick.
Trick-taking game.
It is a game where, have you ever thought, man, I wish I had played that card before? When you play those trick-taking games, you have the wisdom of hindsight. This is the game that lets you go back in time and change those past tricks. You can go back in time and change the trump of the tricks. So as you travel through time, you as the time-traveling inventor trying to outrace your competitors who are trying to steal your technology can go back in time and win those tricks and win the documents you need to prove that you were the one who invented it. You should get credit. So that is what Time Chase is. It's a really interesting trick-taking game because you can go back. You spend resources.
Okay.
You earn them through various actions you can take, and you spend them to go back in time. So the number of turns you can go back corresponds to your resources. You can go all the way back. So let's say we have a couple of these tricks here that have resolved. So on this one, blue won it. Okay. On this one, purple won it. But let's say that someone wants to go back and change this trump. They can go back in time. They will move their little meeple to this one.
Okay.
Change the trump. The next person can then move back to here and try to win, say, this trick here. If we're working on the newest trick after this, they can come back here and say, hey, I don't want blue to win that. I want to turn this to purple. They can play a card, swap those out, and then win that trick. It is a really interesting take for a, let's face it.
To be able to change your trump.
Yeah.
Now,
you can change the trump, you can change the card you played in the trick. So let's say you were holding on to a card, you got outplayed that last round, you're like, I have something higher. I can go back one and change that. I'll win that one. Mm-hmm. You can absolutely go back and do that. You can go back, change the trump on one turn, go get snapped back in time because time travel, you can't just live out the rest of your days in the past. You get snapped back, you go to the present, but then you can go back one trick or two tricks after you've changed the trump and empty out those trump cards and win back these tricks to change them so you're the one who wins them. It's really an interesting take on that particular game mechanic. So if you love trick-taking games,
Which I do.
which I do too.
You do too.
Time Chase is perfect for you. It is a $20 game that will be available for pre-order at Gen Con. So if you are into trick-taking games, if you love games like Fox in the Forest, which, by the way, I found out was like #2 on BGG for trick-taking games.
Did you hear that, folks?
This is one of those games that you will
We don't lie.
also adore. So, oops.
Can we go back in time?
Let's go back in time. Let's redo it. This is one of those games that you will be delighted by, and you will find as you play more options, more meaningful choices, and so it gives it a little more meat. So instead of just making, you're turning information from being hidden to being public, and you're using that information to make the best decisions. So if you're one of those fans who's just like, I have a garbage hand, I can't win this, you know what? Those unlucky players, this is also the game for you. I'm so excited by this game. This is one of the games that I adore.
And pre-order at Gen Con.
Pre-order for pickup at Gen Con.
For pickup at Gen Con.
Yeah, so it will be releasing and debuting at Gen Con.
There you go. Time Chase.
Timed.
Terry Latorco, your old pal Rob. We said it all. She's done a fantastic job. Renegade Games, booth 713. If you want to come by, make sure you come see Terry. Come see all the wonderful games that Renegade Games has to offer here at Yes Origins 2019. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob and Terry saying, we'll see you soon.
See you next time.
Good. You did great.
Oh my God, thank you so
you're
much.
so welcome.
Oh, you're so wonderful. It was such a wonderful thing to have someone.
See, we're good. We gotta hang out. See, we gotta hang out more.
We do.
We do. We do.
We do. It's one of those things.
Oh, here comes Chet. See, he's taking you away from me.
Sit up.
Yeah. Yes, I know. It's so good. Thank you, Terry. Better? Okay. What?
Yeah, we're getting there.
Am I killing it that bad?
Yeah.
Folks, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. See ya.
Up next? I have you now.
Hold on. What's his last name there? No? Daniel, I ain't even gonna try it. DPH Games.
This is muted.
That's muted? Okay. No, you didn't want to know what we were just talking about. And it does not involve ham and cheese. All right, well, we got somebody else coming. Listen,
Hey, Chaz.
we're doing.
Oh, never mind. I see it.
The
There's a typo on
producer,
my
the
sheet. I
producer
just
is
wanted to
just
make
trying
sure.
to make sure that he's got everything all squared away here.
Right here.
All right.
Here is a microphone. You might want to take your lantern off because it can scrape. And you clip that on. Oh yeah, it's a tricky table.
You do tricks?
Yes.
Trick
The
table.
table-
We just did that game.
Table is tricky. You might want to grab some of your shirt and put that on there. And your mic is on. Sorry, sound guy.
You're fine. All right, we think we got you there.
We have an overhead camera that is oriented the same way you are, so you don't have to turn stuff upside down. This monitor is for that camera, so you can see how things will look. So you can line
You
that
just
up.
point this mic up towards his face.
Oh.
Can you get that in?
There, I think that's better. How's that?
All right, just give us a second. We're just going to try to get the game in here. All right.
How do you pronounce your last name?
Yeah, I was going to. Hi, this is Daniel. Any number of ways.
That's exactly how it's said.
Hunzik. Hunzik.
Let's not do that
An angle? Yeah, I see it. Hey, Chaz, can we go on an angle with this? Should we?
Could this zoom out? There we go. That's still not a very good use of space. Let's do this, and then let's
Orientate that. Yeah.
I mean, that's all duplication.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
So if we do that, and as long as you're where we need you to be.
That's much better.
How's that?
Much better.
And if Derek says it's much better, my old friend and roommate here at Origins 2019, then we're on our way. Yeah. Right, brother? Oh, look at the crowds already. Buying up all those promos. Buying up all those promos here at the mighty BGG booth. Make sure you come down and see us. Say hi to Chaz. Say hi to Rodney. Say hi to Aldi. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to Dan. Hunzik.
No, that's good.
Hunzik? Look at the big brain on me.
Better than I say it.
All right. We are here with DPH Games, Daniel Hunzik, and what do you have for us today? Usurp the king, huh?
Usurp the king.
Usurp the king.
Or you can usurp.
I can usurp, usurp?
Let's usurp.
I didn't put my glasses on, but let's go with usurp.
All right, so this is a game of treachery, deceit, a little bit of murder maybe.
All right,
So
pretty much real life.
Yeah, it's so it's a 2 to 5 player game. We have it set up for 5.
Okay.
The game is played over 2 episodes, so 2 phases. So in the first phase, which is called the intrigue phase, you're going to be placing influence, and you have 4 that are. I was just trying to get this higher to the camera.
Okay.
You have 4 that have the crests of your family.
Okay.
And 1 that has a shield on it. So you're going to place all 5 of these in the first round. So what will happen is we take turns. You can select one of the leverage cards, add it to your hand. You're going to start out. We all start out with. I skipped that part. Sorry. We
No,
start
that's
out
all right.
with 3 cards in your hand, and everyone gets 1 random one. And then we will, each time we take a turn, gather a card.
Okay.
So I could pick up a dagger, and then something new comes out. Now these will stack
they're
until
the
you
same,
get
they will stack,
unique.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, the one thing I should mention is that the art is not done for this game. Wow, we're really
Okay.
rolling here. There we go. There's a conspiracy. So there is some of the final art, but then to keep it consistent, I just manipulate it until the rest of it comes in.
Okay.
And some of the design is not done yet. And a lot on the leverage cards is clip art. I'm just saying that ahead of time so
Yeah, that's all right.
you know, so BGG doesn't get sued.
No, never.
So anyhow. All right, back to the game. So what happens is during my turn, I will select to place an influence on someone.
Okay.
And they all have a role that's public information what their role is. And I select the card and add it to my hand. We'll go around and do this 5 times.
Okay.
Now the person I put the shield on cannot be stabbed later on in the second round.
Ah.
So we've all put out our stuff,
Okay.
fought for control. Now the king starts out with 2 guards, so in order to get control of the king, you don't place those this round.
Right.
In order to get control of the king, you either have to get 3 influence, or you got to move one of the guards, and there's a way to move the guards. So let's start you out this way to demo it. The second phase, we're going to pare down, put 4 of our 9 cards in a reserve,
Okay.
and 5 cards in our hand. And then they will resolve in order of card type. So if you have a courtesan, everyone will say, you know, anyone that's playing the courtesan will set that down. And then they'll resolve, they're lettered A1, A2, A3.
Okay.
They will resolve. So the courtesan allows me to move a guard somewhere. So I can move the guard onto someone else. Yellow now I would never do this in a game for yellow, but
No.
yellow now controls the king because you have more than one influence on the king than anyone else. And all the way down the list, bribery, you can add a coin, which is influence. Conspiracy, you can disgruntle someone. And I'm going to get to the victory conditions. I think it's more effective to see how you play, because the victory conditions are the unique part of this game.
Okay.
So I can poison someone.
A little vial of poison.
And I can you know, stab someone. Now I can only stab someone. Now poison is not immediate. That goes at the end of the game. Stabbing is immediate, but I cannot stab someone that has a shield on them. So I did that out of order, by the way. I tried to stab you too early. So poison happens. Then anyone that's playing a treachery card. So treachery, there's one. So if I play a treachery card, I can move another player's influence. So let's assume I do this, and I'm going to move the yellow shield off the king. Then daggers go, and if I have a dagger in my hand, I play the dagger, I can now stab the king.
Okay.
So a combination of treachery and daggers is a nice little 1-2 punch. And then lastly, books. And the way books work are that I can play any of these previous cards instantly, right at the end of the game. However, the book belongs to a certain character, and in order to play the book, I have to control the character, and they have to be alive at this point in the game. So books are dangerous because going later, you have more information, and it's more likely you're successful. But if your court member is killed or a tie is created in this case, then I can't use the book. So it's a high risk, high reward type of thing. So that's the essence of that. Now what you're trying to do is this game has seven victory conditions. So on them, the autofocus is great.
Yeah.
So on this, you'll see at the top is the usurper. So if someone controls the usurper and 2 other court members are disgruntled, and there's no coin on the usurper, he's not been bribed into happiness, and he's alive, we're going to presume you're alive on all of these, you win. There's no need to go any further on this. However, if any of those conditions happens where there's not 2 disgruntled people, the usurper's dead, there's a tie, or there's a coin on the usurper, then we go down the list. And it splits depending on if the king is alive or not.
Okay.
So in this current situation that we have on the board, the king is alive, but no one controls the king. So then we're going to go down lower on the list here to court control. And court control is whoever has the most number of court members that are not disgruntled. If that condition doesn't exist, then we go to anarchy. And if you happen to control the anarchist, you win. But if the anarchist is dead, then it is absolute anarchy and no one wins.
And we don't,
The other side is if the king is, he was poisoned. So the other side is if the king was dead,
you go here.
Then the heir, if the heir is alive and not disgruntled, you win.
All right.
If that doesn't happen for whatever reason, then you win as the bastard and then down to court and anarchy. So what happens is if I'm going for the heir condition, I need to accomplish 2 things, which are kind of clear. I have to kill the king, and I need to make sure the usurper condition doesn't happen. I mentioned, I'm jumping around a little here because I haven't explained this game a ton yet, but so one of the things that can happen is poison doesn't take effect until the end of the game, but there is an antidote card. So if I can play an antidote in a book or use a chalice to move it onto this, then the poison will not take effect at the end, and I can save a character at the very end. Wrap it up.
Yep, okay.
I could see the look.
All right.
When Chaz is over here going, he's trying to be subtle. I'm like, just call it right out. So,
all right. So very quickly, when is this going to be available?
So we're waiting on art, and then we also have a larger company looking to maybe publish it for us. So I do not know. If it's up to us, hopefully we'll get it going in January of next year.
Okay. Where can they see this this weekend?
So we are demoing over here in room A.
Okay.
417.
I think it's 417. 417.
We're table D, 8 and 9. You can stop by. Look for bright yellow shirts and hat.
Daniel, thank you so much. DPH Games. check out Usurp the King. Until next time, for Daniel and myself, we'll see you soon.
Thanks. I can see him
Thank
over
you
there.
so much.
I knew it was a bunch to explain,
No,
and I'm
it's
like,
all
I know
right.
we're
It's okay.
hit for time, and so I was racing.
Well, that was interesting for sure. And you know, I didn't think we went 7 minutes. I was watching it. I think
it starts at 5 and it's 5:03. I think we may have made a slow start.
That's all right. You hear that, folks? Even we make mistakes. No,
I blame me.
it's me. Because Chaz doesn't make mistakes.
We
Chaz
never
Mara
make
is the most-
mistakes.
He was wrong about that. He is the
ever.
most perfect human being alive. I know, because we're friends. Come on.
Rob, you're going to get me beaten up, so just...
I'm going to get you beaten up. Who's going to dare come near you?
Just the internet in general.
No, don't worry about the internet. Everybody likes Chaz. Who doesn't like, is there a person that doesn't like Chaz?
It's okay. I'll fix it in post. It's fine.
Okay, fix it in post.
It's currently muted. So go ahead and click this. On this side, because you're going to be leaning in, so we kind of want it facing upwards. Just get it comfy.
Cole Worley?
That's right.
I'm on fire today.
First chance. Here, can I help you? It's under it. Is that okay? And that, a little button on top. You are now live.
Excellent. I won't say anything irresponsible. What's your name?
Rob Moore.
Nice to meet you.
Rob.
Nice to meet you, Rob. Apologies if we've met before. As soon as I enter a con, it's like everything gets like in and out.
Everything starts swirling. Next thing you know, you see Jimi Hendrix, and
right.
you know, you're hallucinating. Trust me, I know. Spider. Oh. You know, I paint things, right?
I think I need to turn it.
You know that needs to be
turn it
painted.
Clockwise here once.
Because those are glorious.
Yeah, they're good. They're done by Chad. I can't remember his last name. Super did Mice and Mystics. So you like actually hand sculpts them. And I mean, as you know, you're a painter, so you're like to me that's the difference, right? You can tell like, well, that's fine. There were bits. Don't worry, they're surprise bits. It's good.
I said, what did I do now?
There you go.
The mysterious
manner.
The mysterious manner. I
There
got to
you
put
go.
the glasses on. There we go.
I'm gonna just set these right here. They'll stay in here.
The board itself, not the tray.
The board.
Slide it that way just a little bit. I just want to see if that glare does okay.
You can go as far as you want.
It's disappearing right off. Well, basically off camera.
All right, right there.
This is good as it can get. Actually, I'll put these here.
Do you need the board at an angle?
Well, I got there's a little bit of shine on each side of the board.
This is what we get for going gloss.
That's all right. Don't worry.
What's that? Yeah, I got some tiles.
Chaz is he's a pro. I know what you're doing, and
If you like to have your teacher piece exhibitors in the hall, please.
We lift this up. I'm going to put this under some.
Gotcha.
The company halls back.
There you go.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. And actually, here we go.
Boom.
That looks great.
This is why you are this internet. Internet. All right, let me make sure. Okay, we got that there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, one of the biggest games of all time and people love is Vast. And I have the pleasure of having Cole Worley,
that's right.
Worley,
you got
it. From Letter Games to show us the expansion.
Standalone
expansion to Vast. Tell us all about it, my man.
So this is kind of the follow-up game. It's the next game in the Vast series. It is a standalone expansion, 5 new roles. But if you really miss the dragon, you can swap them in. We've got tons of different cross-compatibility. There's about 10 different scenarios that allow you to mix and match the 2 boxes in lots of different ways. So we successfully kickstarted this last year. We actually finished our campaign at Origins last year. And now we've got it. It's on the boat. It will be releasing sort of like right after Gen Con, but you can still pre-order it, and this is Vast the Mysterious Manor. So like Vast, this is a totally asymmetric strategy game. Every single role has a different set of rules, different objectives, different style of play. And in the same way that with Root, we tried to learn from the lessons that we learned with Vast 1, with Vast the Mysterious Manor, we looked at Root and thought, what can we tighten up, what can we make a little sharper?
Right.
And so whereas Root was a place where we put a lot of our like grand strategy ideas, this is the game where we put a lot of effort into the tactical element. So if you like kind of micro-tactical games like Into the Breach, you want that in tabletop form, this is just going to give you mountains and mountains of interesting little puzzles and interaction to explore. So the design's by Patrick Leader, and then the development was by the same team that did Root. So it has a good pedigree.
Root. I mean, can these guys do anything wrong? No.
Well, it's easy to not do anything wrong when you've got Kyle Farron doing all of the art, again, hand-drawn art for the full game, and there is a ton of it. This game is, I think, more art than Root. As you can see, it's got a board, tons of player boards, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I thought I'd give you a quick overview of the play.
Why not?
So here's the basic setup is somewhat similar to Vast. One character is the hero, the Paladin this time. Paladin's going into the manor. Paladin has to find and hunt and kill the spider. Here's the spider.
Oh,
the spider. Yeah, this, unlike regular Vast, this game comes with miniatures. So you get tons of miniatures right in the box. These are buttes just begging to be painted. So the Paladin has got to go in the manor. Like the knight, they're going to explore the house, find interesting shrines. There's treasures to get. There's some treasure cards. We tried our best to give this game a totally different feel from Vast the Crystal Caverns. So none of the treasures are the same. It has a really different character. While the knight is hunting, he's going to have to worry about these skeletons, which are spawning on the outside of the map. They're going to be running through there. The skeletons are essentially playing a tactical war game, and the way they work on their board is they have a marching order, and you have to resolve them in marching order. And you can do things in the game that will change that marching order. They'll also find equipment that will change their abilities, giving them things like ranged attacks, bombed attacks, things like that. So lots of flexibility with the skeletons. Currently, they're Patrick's, I think, favorite role to play. So while the skeletons are hunting the Paladin, the spider is trying to grow powerful enough to escape the manor. Now, the spider plays very different from the dragon. So like the dragon, the spider is powered by a hand of cards that they're going to use to cast different spells. But the spider isn't just a spider. The spider could be the sorceress or could transform into little spiderlings and scatter around the map. Now, all of these different forms have their own boards that have different effects, and they're all good at different things. And one of my favorite elements of the game, this is like the kind of cleanliness we look for in the game. So the spider starts with 5 spiderlings. When the Paladin hits them, the Paladin will take a spiderling, and now the spider has 4 spiderlings left. That's the spiderling's life. And it will have to cascade down. That's technically illegal. I don't want to make the forums upset. The spiderlings will kind of cascade down like this. And then they kind of scatter, and so the Paladin has to go chase them, and they'll run around the map. The other 2 roles are the Manor, my personal favorite to play, which is a bit of a programming game, and what you're trying to do is clear parts of the map and then trace these patterns to score points and gain abilities. And then there's a Warlock who is essentially trying to trap everybody inside the house. So again, if you've played our games before, you know this is a really interactive, kind of gloves-off strategy game with tons and tons of asymmetry. Everyone behaves totally differently. One thing that I'll mention, just because we're at Origins, we have not yet closed down pre-orders for this game. And this game retails for $75. If you back it right now, you get the expansion for free. And also, because it's not, the expansion's great because what it does, for instance, this is a wall token in the regular game, it blocks the walls. In the expansion, you're gonna replace a lot of those tokens with these really awesome chunky miniatures. In addition, you get 2 new roles, a monster role called the Shadow Paladin, and another knight, the Armored Knight, who is sort of the sequel to the original Vast games, the original Vast Knight, who comes in to the manor and kind of follows up. Now, the one thing I'm gonna do is tip this on its side. This is a big, thick box, and the expansion is another big, thick box. And if you order them right now, you get both of them for the same price. And I think my operations director is gonna kill me if he finds that I'm still hawking this deal, because it's real good.
It's not good, it's glorious. You're gonna wanna do this. Pre-orders, and it's on the boat actually as we speak?
Yeah, it's just about to get on the boat. It should be shipping in August.
I mean, what more can we say? They hit it out of the park yet again. Yet again. Cole, I can't thank you enough for the time that you spent.
Pleasure.
Hey, Letter Games, the best. I mean, Vast, Root. I mean, what more do we have to say? Sorry.
No, it's all right.
Until next time, for Cole and myself, I'm Rob. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
I thought you said something. I turned around and
pull
go,
the feed,
what?
pull the feed.
Someday I'll get you an earpiece.
Yeah, I
you
know.
can,
I know.
Thank you very much.
You're fantastic. Guys, go see them. What booth are you guys going to be in?
We are in 345 or
345.
So,
you get to see this. You get to check this all out.
I just got here. I'm not sure which booth I'm in yet.
Okay, well, they're here.
We're here.
They're at Origin.
You'll see us. Oh,
you're going to be able to see them.
If you want to play Root Underworld, it's done, and we have all the stuff to play it. We're not selling it yet, but we have all the materials. You can try out the new factions, the deck and everything. It's beautiful.
All right, fantastic.
Cool,
Thanks
great.
again, bro.
Thanks again.
I appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
I think you just take this whole thing with you.
Perfect.
All right. Do they got
I'll
room
make
for
sure
you?
they have a space.
I need a what?
Kyle, can we use that table?
Yeah.
I'm just going to put it on that table.
Steph, could you have somebody give me a water, please? Water? That one right there, yeah, that'll be fine.
Is that yours?
Yeah, it's enough to.
I can't leave the store.
No, that's all right, that's all right.
I need to go pre-order that. I want that.
Okay, Derek will be right back. He's gonna go pre-order that. I mean, I was blown away. I was speechless for like a whole 5 seconds as I turned back to him. Huh? Boy, post-editing, boy, they are just gonna cut me out of this entire show.
The content's got to go up, Rob, so it'll be in there one way or another.
It's gotta go up, so I'm out there. I thought you said something, and I'm like, what? I'm hearing things. Must have been the million fans out there.
Fix it. It's just I gotta get creative.
Unbelievable. They had a fresh water right here. Water. Oh my God.
According to my little piece of paper here, we have just Luma imports. They're
Lumen
showing off 4
imports?
games, and then we're done.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Eric Martin,
I
ladies and
didn't.
gentlemen.
Eric Martin, not just anyone. This man is a legend.
Rob is taking my place there.
Am I?
I was surprised. I didn't know you were hosting. And then I look at the schedule, and here you are.
And I'm butchering it.
Really?
No. I hope not.
That's right.
Only you can decide, public.
That's right. It's more, yeah. The only it's like keeping on schedule, making sure it's all like keep that flowing. This is the test ground, and then at Gen Con, like you got to be hard, hard limits. We get out of here. If we get behind, we're never gonna catch up.
And they're gonna blame me.
That's right.
Listen, Gen Con, I'm not gonna be so nice. In, out, in,
That's right.
out.
Why should I care about this game? Tell me.
Yeah, tell me now.
That's right. You've got 2 minutes.
You got
to
2
sell
minutes.
me.
Out!
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Colin Young, Luma Imports. Okay.
Although the publisher is actually Super Meeple.
Super Mute.
Yes, they are importing for a number of French companies. Super Meeple and Ankama.
All
some
right.
other things.
There
What?
we go.
I mean, Colin is with Luma Imports, so I would still do Luma Imports for Colin, and then we'll just
talk about
publish
Super
it on Colors of Paris.
Whoa, we got
Right.
something here, folks.
Right.
I'm glad you're here
Box.
to tell me these things, Eric.
Those were on the easels they fell over.
Which they
So
should be
you
turned
broke
around
the
anyway.
game. Oh, this way?
I mean, so they can face the camera.
Okay. All right. And
me
these should be on
give up the chair.
easels. It was good. Hey, Eric Martin. The Eric Martin. You know what the hard thing is, Derek, is trying to fit me with a box on the table. Bum, 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 bum.
Those cards up there, we slide those.
Oh, yep.
Oh, more over here, maybe?
Yeah, I just don't have a wide enough shot there.
No problem. This is just going to have a dramatic effect when I cut. Oh, I should put that in.
There you go. And make sure. No, you're fine. Oh, look at this.
Don't mind me as I just Metal Gear Solid music. As I do the dramatic.
Dramatic pause. And Clifton. Oh, look at Chaz smiling. Just setting up games. There we go. The badge.
Lose the badge?
Yeah, because it's gonna rub up against it. So Paris. The hand man, but no name.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Why, hello. How are
Wow.
you, Derek?
Wow.
That sounds
Wow.
excellent.
Why, I am great. All right. Hey, everybody, we're here with Colin Young, Luma Imports. He's going to be showing us Colors of Paris. Colin, welcome.
Thank you
Hey,
so much.
Tell me all about it.
So what you have here is Colors of Paris. This is the first original game by Super Meeple. Super
Okay.
Meeple, known for a lot of their beautiful reprints in recent years. This is their first original. And this is, in a nutshell, a worker placement game with a few little wrinkles because you are all going to be painters at Momont at the turn of the century, and you're trying to create a number of orders painted in the style of. So you'll notice that there are a number of these different famous styles that you can work with, whether it's Toulouse-Lautrec, Manet, and they'll all have a different power that you'll be able to use. So at the beginning of the game, you're just going to slot that in and figure out how that's going to impact the game as you work to develop your tools, your technique, the ability to make different palettes as you look to be the first to ideally paint two of these style of paintings. And so to do that, we're just going to flip that over. This is what it'll end up looking like, but in game, you're trying to collect up a certain amount of different paint cubes. So that's going to impact the ways in which you're able to build your palette and build your technique. If you can pull that off and create that set, you'll be able to collect that card to get the 16 points, and certain cards that are a little bit more challenging to put together are going to be worth more points. So ultimately, you want to have the most points at the end of the game. We are still talking about a classic Euro here, but the way in which you're doing that is taking your workers and adding them onto the two-part rondel here, and this board is going to give you an opportunity to place people either on the outer board, which this is going to change over the course of the game where you're able to place, but you can also place on the inner board, and these are going to be slightly more basic actions. So as you're figuring out which actions to take in a classic game, you're figuring out which kind of paints you're going to acquire, which ones you're going to combine to take the primary colors, how do you create the secondary colors, how are you able to build up your technique, how are you able to develop your palette, and those are all going to contribute towards putting together those sets of paints. And if you are able to put them together most successfully, you'll win, and you will be the toast of Paris.
The master painter.
Absolutely.
Like this guy.
Exactly right.
There you go. Beautiful. I mean, first of all, the artwork is ridiculous. I mean, it's just beautiful. These cards, and I got to move this box because I'm just too wide.
Yep.
But, but I mean, if you can see the beautiful and exquisite art on these things, this is a gorgeous game.
Super Meeple's really put together a reputation as not just accessible gameplay, especially with their reprints of classics, but beautiful components, beautiful artwork. They're titles that are just a pleasure to play because of just the very sumptuous kind of quality of the aesthetics, and especially with a game about a particular moment in painting history.
Okay.
I think they've done a wonderful job.
When can we get this?
This is going to be we're hoping Q3. We're looking to show demos here at Origins, and we will be updating people as soon as we have a stronger idea of when we'll be able to hit in the US. But we are expecting a little later this summer, early fall.
All right. Colors of Paris. Colin, thank you so much.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
For Colin, myself, Rob Oren, we will see you guys soon. Colors of Paris. Go get it. Okay, that's one. Nice, great job.
Thank you. Thank you, Chaz.
I'll go get the next one.
You're the best.
Sir. We have more. Colin has more for you.
So much more. Can't stop, won't stop. I don't have that game. I'm sorry. I can't say that. TM. I'm so sorry.
Well, here we have something, folks. Get ready for this.
Oh.
Y'all ready for this?
Are y'all ready for this?
I think maybe always bring it in 1 notch, 2 notches.
You just make it so hard.
Oh, yes.
We'll work with that? Okay. Hey everybody, Colin Young, Luma Imports, Mississippi Queen. Colin, my man, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us all about it, my friend.
So, Mississippi Queen, for those that know, classic Spiel des Jahres winner. For those that don't, this is a quintessential classic racing game. You are all riding on the steamboats on the Mississippi. The whole idea here is you are trying to be the first by milling through the various river tiles that are going to flow one way or another depending on how you roll the die from round to round to get to the end of the river first. And you're going to have to manage your coal, you're going to have to manage your speed, you're going to have to figure out how to land at certain docks to pick up a couple of your guests here for your riverboat. All of this is about speed, is about precision in your, I was going to say driving.
Driving.
Clearly that's incorrect. But all of this is I don't know how to describe a classic. This is all about trying to make sure that you are able to balance all of the elements of piloting your boat, making sure that you don't run aground, making sure your opponents don't push you a little out of the way, and making sure that you can get to the end of the dock safely with your passengers as quickly as possible. This is just a blast to play, and I think that Super Meeple has really outdone themselves this time with...
They really are Super Meeples.
I mean, they are just the superest Meeple.
I mean, look at this. This is just so cool that you can turn these dials and just keep everything tracked there.
It's a nice package.
Yeah.
It comes with the Black Rose. I keep having people come up. It's like, hey, are they going to do, the expansion that everyone wants? It's like, yes, of course.
Yeah.
They know what's going. They know what's good. So this is going to be something we're demoing here at Origins.
Okay.
We are hoping that this will be a late summer, early fall release as well.
Okay.
We are waiting. So this is one of the first times we're able to finally show it in the U.S. The reaction has already been positive. We're already in the hall.
I mean, the little bells here.
You just place them on your little boat marker.
Yeah, you put them on your boat marker.
Absolutely. I mean, Colors of Paris is their first original, but Mississippi Queen is an example of them doing what they are well known for, which is putting together a brilliant reprint of a classic. I think people are going to be really excited.
Yeah, there's just no way they couldn't be excited about this. I mean, first of all, it's beautiful. The tiles are just good quality. I mean, just off the charts.
Yeah.
I mean, just fantastic. I love the boats. I love the bells. I just want to paint the bells.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, I'm just looking at them and going, oh, these got to be painted.
Little candy stripe on that umbrella, absolutely.
Colin, you did it again. Mississippi Queen, folks. And this is going to be coming soon?
Yes.
Probably Gen Con?
We're aiming. I'm not going to go on record with that, but I think
I'm trying to get it out of him.
He's trying so hard for you folks. Right now we're saying late summer, early fall. We'll update release dates as soon as we have them, but right now we're just putting the finishing touches so that when this drops, it's going to be exactly what you want it to be.
Hey, you guys wanted it. They did it. Plain and simple. Colin, thank you so much. Mississippi Queen. Try to say that a few times fast.
Yeah, not easy.
Not easy at all. Make sure you check it out, pre-order it, whatever you have to do, make sure you get your hands on this. You wanted this real badly. They did it for you without a doubt. For Colin, myself, Rob Orn, until next time, we'll see you soon.
Awesome.
You're just a machine.
A
I was just waiting to go, Mississippi.
M-I-S-S-I-S-S. Everything I type now. It's just two fingers. M-I-S-S-I-S-S-I-P. Gotta make sure I get it right. Don't second guess yourself. You had it right. You got the notch.
Well, we've been turning everything else. Now it's just a reaction.
Believe in yourself. We believe in you. You believe in you.
Draft-osaurus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, all right. Okay. So, bank. Box art there. Book there. Die there. There we go.
Smidge this way?
Yep. I think I did. I thought I did. You good? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, this one's a smaller one. It fits. I'm ready. Colin Young, Luma Imports, Draftosaurus. Colin, thank you.
Thank you.
Tell me all about it, my man.
Oh, Draftosaurus. So this is by French super team, Team Kaidama. This is Antoine Bauza, Corentin Labras, Ludovic Maublanc, Théo Rivière. You know all of their games. This is their newest one.
I'm just glad I didn't say that.
I am from the north, so I have to be able to pronounce them properly.
There you go.
I have two requirements for my job, explaining this game and pronouncing the French names. The whole Can we hear that? Am I live?
Yeah, we'll just pause a second.
Yep, no problem. Absolutely.
We're going to keep rolling. But don't worry. As soon as this guy... Listen to this guy.
It's important information.
It's important information. That it is. No, it's not. Are you done? Great. Hey, we're back. Draftosaurus. Colin, tell us all about it.
So this is a 15-minute drafting game. The whole idea is instead of drafting cards or any other kind of mechanic, you have a whole bunch of little dino meeples. There are 6 different colorful dinos that you're going to be picking from. And so what you have is a game where you're going to draft 6 dinos from the bag into your hand. And each turn, someone is going to roll the die. The die is going to tell you where on the board you can play. That's going to be important because each pen is going to have a different scoring situation depending on where you place them. So maybe you need them all to be exactly the same in a pen. Maybe you just need them to be paired up. Maybe they all need to be different. Maybe you need to have the most of them. The idea with the die is that's going to tell you whether you need to stay in the rocky lands, in the forested area, over here in the coffee section, restroom area. This is all trying to figure out how to make the best possible little dino park. 2 rounds of 6 dinos. You're going to end the game with 12 dinos in your park. Most points wins. It's really just this 15-minute treat. We've been demoing this already at the show. It's been an absolute blast. I feel like Ankama has really done something special with this little game here. We've had really strong buzz, really good feedback. We're just super excited. It's just adorable little colorful meeple, a dino meeple.
It just screams fun.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So when will they be able to get this?
So if you're at Origins and you're still watching this, we do have copies. They will be 25 USD. They're here now. We will be, the full release will be at the end of the month, June 27th, and they'll be in your friendly local game stores going from there.
All right, fantastic. Colin, I can't thank you enough. Draftosaurus, June 27th?
June 27th.
June 27th, you want to check it out? From Luma Imports and
Ankama.
Ankama. There you go. You're going to want to check it out. Colin, thank you so much once again.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Hey, for Colin and myself, until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon. Okay, there you go.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Is that all right?
Good
Okay.
stuff. We got one more,
One
and
more.
then we're going to
There we
rock
go.
and roll.
All right.
Is that right? Is that right?
Well, it only counts if Chaz thinks it's okay.
That's true. Is it okay with you, Chaz?
Chaz don't care. Chaz is just motoring around.
That's right. He is a professional.
All right.
Oh. You are a delight.
Oh no, I was so close.
You know, I should have grabbed it. I'm sorry, Chaz. I blame myself.
Just going to twist those around.
Okay, twist those around.
I'm just going to toss a couple of cards around. Boop. Up. Boop. Do we get those? And I'll just toss one there. Boop.
Okay.
And boop. Right there. Perfect.
Welcome.
I'm just going to toss a couple of quick things. For examples. Is that... Nope, that's not the one to use. But that's all right. I'll move it over here. Should I move it on this one or yours? I can do it over yours.
No, you're all right
That's
there.
okay?
I think he's all right there, right? Yeah, okay.
Okay. Then let me just get the last 2 I need. Where are they? That's 1. And... there it is. Okay. Dandy.
All right. Whenever you're ready, big boy. This is
Yes.
our last one, folks. You've been through enough. Of me.
I don't know.
All right, we're here with Colin Young, Luma Imports, and we're going to be taking a look at Welkin. Colin, tell us all about it.
Welkin. Okay. So Welkin is the latest coming out from Ankama, which you may know from Draftosaurus.
Draftosaurus, good game.
Welkin is a very entry-level market manipulation game. You are all building wonderful buildings of various types, fantasy ideas, up in the sky. And you need to do that by gathering up a bunch of different resources, as well as figuring out which ones need what. So up here, generally what we're going to have is a bunch of tokens, and those are going to be the market. The idea is that over the course of the game, as you are purchasing various buildings and trying to figure out which ones you are going to try to ship, you're also going to be able to manipulate the market, and that's going to flip a variety of tokens which are going to impact what each of these 5 different resources are worth. That is then going to impact how much you're going to sell it for. So if you've managed to move resources over to this area here, then you're going to have this card being more valuable. Other players, therefore, may try to draft away into another resource so that you're not going to be paid quite as handsomely for a particular building. The game is very straightforward in that on your turn, you're really only either going to draft a certain amount of resources from the pool based on the little manipulator here. So you would flip one over, and whenever you have ones up or various items here, this is going to tell you how many you can draft of whatever is still face up. So over the course of the game, you may find that these are being flipped up, which will give you the opportunity to draft more of a smaller variety of items, or you may flip it down to gather less of a wider variety. And this is going to be your holding area. This is going to be where you have your blueprints, and you're going to be able to move these up and send them as soon as you have enough bits. And then you're just going to gradually refill the area. You play until the cards are done, and you'll play with a set amount of cards based on how many players, and it'll support 2 to 4. So it's a quick playing little 45-minute game where you're just trying to gather up some resources, manipulate how much those resources are worth, and try to get build some buildings while the payment's good.
Fantastic. And it's beautiful. Yet again.
Ankama has remarkable art as a company. I mean, they do a lot of transmedia in France. We're working with them for their games in the US, and they put together some truly phenomenal pieces, and I think they've outdone themselves with Welkin.
Oh, definitely.
We're really happy with the
this
presentation.
it just screams fun. That's all I can say. When can we get this?
Welkin is looking like it's going to be later this summer.
Okay.
I will not necessarily get
I
anyone's hopes up.
I can't hammer you down to a date.
I wish I could give you something just as accurate, but for now we're just going to say.
We still like them though.
Thank you. Thank
That's
God.
okay.
We're going to say Q3, early Q4. We're just going to try to get this one out as quickly as possible, but we're going to wait to make sure we've got all of our dates lined up, make sure the production is exactly what everyone wants out of this one, because it is just, as you say, a real beauty.
Yeah, it sure is. Well, there you have it. Welkin. All right, from my man Colin. Colin, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rob.
Hey, you guys need to check this out. Q3, Luma Imports. They're just coming out with everything. Draftosaurus, Welkin, Mississippi Queen. It's amazing. It's amazing. You guys are just doing fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Until next time, it's your old pal Rob, along with Colin. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
from what point? Like, just start talking about the general flow of a turn?
Start talking about the mechanisms.
Yeah, of course.
Just whenever you feel comfortable stopping, just stop.
Sure.
All right. Go.
So the principle is, in essence, a fairly accessible market manipulator. So up on the main board, you're going to have tokens that'll be placed here, and this is going to dictate how much a given resource is worth. The more tokens there, the higher the value. Over the course of the game, you're going to take the opportunity to either gather resources or move resources to your ships in order to send them off to build these buildings in the sky. And so they're going to be worth, each building, whatever the resources to build it are. So if you're trying to build this one, then you're likely going to try to add these resources, increase the value. Other players may not be so kind and may try to devalue your particular building in the sky. Now, you'll be able to, as you take new cards, you'll be able to see a little token here. This is going to allow you to flip these tokens from one space to another, and that's where the little market manipulation kicks in. So you're trying to figure out how to make cards more valuable for yourself, and over here you're trying to figure out how to gather more resources of a smaller selection, whatever is visible, or you're going to try to flip these down to gather a little bit less of a larger variety. So you're constantly trying to manipulate what's available to you versus what's available to everyone in order to gather up enough bits to send your buildings off to make these wonderful buildings in the sky.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Not a problem. My pleasure. Thank you very much, Derek.
All right. Let's get you unplugged.
Let's get me unplugged.
There you go, folks. First day in the books. You saw Rodney. You saw Chaz. You unfortunately saw me, but that's okay.
Was Rodney here?
Rodney was here. He was here earlier.
We're going to do we'll leave you, Marty and I are going to do just like the 5-minute wrap up at the end.
Yes, basically they're going to get Rob off the camera, and you're going to get Chaz and Marty.
He's too good. We had to go right here.
They had it. Actually, it was a big hook.
Literally, they have an old-fashioned.
Yeah, an old-fashioned hook.
I didn't think they made those. They do.
Hey, Chaz and Marty are going to close out the show. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been a great couple hours. We'll see you later in the week. for me. And at any moment now, they're going to be coming. Chaz, sir.
Yes. Here you go. You don't need me.
Oh,
Take it.
That's.
Marty be here?
Yes, I think maybe I do need you because there's no Marty. Oh, here he is.
Demanding Aldi.
Here's Mr. Connelson. Oh, and here you go, sir. Yoink.
All right. I don't know. It was
All right, and
badge malfunction.
on, super on. No. Here. There you go. Oh. Oh, yes. Hey, do we have we have a third mic? We'll make a special exception. Mike Fitzgerald's here. So. Oh. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Do we want Mike? Here, do you want just put? Do you want Mike 3 on Mike Fitzgerald? Okay, just keep yours on, and we'll just give Mike 3. Eric, did you want to? Here, let's.
Yeah. Extra bonus. Why don't you just do it?
Yeah, so you have nothing on the table. This is how we're set up. Okay. All right. Hi.
Turn his mic on.
Oh. Yeah, you're muted. There you go.
Okay.
So.
Football Highlights 2052 will be here tomorrow. So I'll
scoot over just a little bit.
Yep, I will have that. Oh, I see. We see up there.
That's right. Hi, this is Eric Martin. I'm here with designer Mike Fitzgerald. Just passing by at random. What?
Hello, Randy. Good to see you.
How's this? Is this better? Now I talk to Mike, and now I'm over the microphone.
Okay,
right.
Can I be heard too and all that?
Yes.
Oh, good.
You've got the radio voice.
Yeah, the voice, but we got to have the equipment or it doesn't work. Well, this is fun because I always watch these things and it always seems so much fun to me. And I've been on a couple times before at the end of things where we're just sitting around. It's really fun.
Yeah,
As me, I'm saying, well, they're having so much fun there.
Talk about your day. What have you discovered? Not everything is open, but some things are.
But I came here today. I got my badge, first of all, and from the nice folks at Eagle Griffin who were setting up for Football Highlights. And then a friend of mine from Denver and I are walking around. And Keyforge, I haven't played the new set yet. So I bought a bunch of decks, and we're going to play that a little bit tonight. So that'll be fun.
All right.
I have to get Hadara, but I didn't get it yet. So I think tomorrow, hopefully, Z-Man will actually have that for sale. They better, because they list that on the Board Game Geek Origins preview as being for sale.
That's right. Asmodee's a big company. Sometimes one person doesn't know what the other person is.
Okay. Well, hopefully they will, because
No, Hadara is a Gen Con release. Are you sure it was listed for sale?
For sale. Demo? I am absolutely sure.
I was just talking with Beth at Z-Man, and she made it sound like they only had a handful of copies in right now, and it was really going to be for Gen.
Because I don't want.
I think it was a handful of copies at her desk.
Oh, at her desk. Okay.
Yes, and they are demoing Hadara here, and it will be out at Gen Con.
Well, I'm not going to be at Gen Con.
There's some issues as well. I just did a preview video for Liftoff, which I talked with Mike a little bit about.
Right.
Liftoff, there's apparently some production issues. So the game had just made it to Spiel through Hans im Glück, and then all the licensed versions have been held up while they're trying to rejigger things. And so it's a long time to market for the English edition, but
you don't always get everything.
No.
You want at the right time.
You do not.
They were trying to get 100 copies of Football Highlights here to sell.
Yes.
In advance of the shipment on the sea. but there was something happened with one of the scoreboards where it wouldn't hold together the way that it has to, so they had to retool that, and that pushes it up to another couple weeks or so before that can happen. So.
Yeah, little things happen.
Yeah,
in the long run, right? You want it ideal in the long run, not not rush things that aren't ready.
That's right. No,
because
that's
then
important.
the early reviews will be like this board does not hold together, and this is here, this is junk.
Yes.
Don't buy this.
But I'm a fan too, so I get very excited about getting a game at the first chance I can. And even though I realize, obviously, from designing them, that isn't always the best thing.
Yeah.
If something's wrong, but
well, it's hard to beat the human impulse sometimes.
Yeah, but I hear you guys talk about Adara so much. I mean, that's one frustrating thing I find, and it seems to not. It hasn't become less over the years. Is that
we talk about things too
you'll
early.
Talk about games. Well, it's not just you guys, but the industry, and I can understand that the media people get the games early, so they talk about them or review them, and we have no idea as consumers when they'll be out. And of course, you don't have any idea either half the time, right?
I know
some companies do it.
You know when it's out from Germany,
right? But that
because they are the originating publisher.
True.
Yeah, and they have more control over what they're doing.
But sometimes, I mean, we've seen games take a year.
Yes.
To get to an English version or something. So, but that's just for people like me that are like chomping at the bit. We hear about it, we want it. So I'm trying to get Llama anywhere I can. Llama.
That's right.
But
if you're in Germany watching this broadcast, you can probably go to a store, buy a ton of Llama, and then sell them to people in the U.S. for a profit.
Yep. So I've got something I can say that I can't say on the tomorrow when I'm talking about football highlights.
Okay.
So Mystery Rummy 6 will be out next year with WizKids.
Okay.
For WizKids, and Mystery Rummy 7 will be out shortly after that, and they're kind of turning Mystery Rummy, making Mystery Rummy take a little jump in making it. Let's say it includes a lot of modern game design approaches. But
now this
still
is
rummy, but different.
Okay.
Different in some ways.
Now this is not the legacy
well,
design.
This is
I know you were working
for
on
years. Yes, it's Mystery Rummy 6 is the remnants of the legacy design.
Okay. Because yes, I heard that had.
I failed at it. I just couldn't make it work in a way that I wanted it to work. So I got a friend of mine, and we just revamped it, and it certainly can be played like a campaign, and you can have things last from episode to episode, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't figure it out the way it would be pure legacy. So you can also just pick any case out and play it, and it's going to be different every time. It's still story driven, and there's still game changers, we call them, cards come up, but they come up, they're such a way that when they come up in a different order, it changes the game dramatically. So you'd have to play a lot to end up with the same order of orders.
Okay.
So that's coming, and Mystery Rummy 7 is Sherlock Holmes based.
Okay, and 6?
6 is the big one.
Right, but what's the setting, the environment?
The setting
is it original to?
Yes, it's original to Mystery Rummy. It's a noir setting. It's I think it's just the Detective Rummy Agency. So there's this guy, Mike Rummy. Who liked his rum a little bit too much, maybe. But
I guess so.
He's a typical noir detective, and it takes place in the 50s, 60s, and then some strange things happen. But yeah, so it's an attempt at a somewhat connected story.
That
builds around 7 different cases.
Okay, and then Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes will be unusual. It's 5 Strand article cases that Arthur Conan Doyle wrote. The first bunch. That's the 5 ones I thought were meaningful for the game, that work in the game. And you're playing 2 of them at once. So you're picking 2 of the 5 to play every game. Because Holmes is like tired of being shown up by all these modern detectives, so he's making a statement. Listen, folks, I'll show you what I can do now. I can solve 2 cases at once.
Curious.
So he goes back and forth, and movement is important in the game. And he'll leave Watson behind to do some of the cleanup. But when but the original Eureka moments are his, right? So he's got to be there. And so anyway, it's a lot of fun. it's pretty thematic. I'm working still some final details out, but I think it'll be nice. It's
Okay.
It's in the new way of playing, which will be released in Mystery Army 6.
Okay. Second edition of Diamonds is coming out in a couple of months.
In September, they say. Yeah, they're waiting for the first edition to get out. It has been several print runs, but
Right.
there's just a little bit left. And so I got a couple copies from Stronghold, and Steven said, yeah, you can talk about it. It's okay. It's a different kind of card. It's more a plastic-coated card that's
Okay.
going to be able to stand up to a lot of shuffling. The artwork and design has changed, so I think for people that like the first edition, they could keep that, obviously. If they like this too, it might be a nice thing to go along, but it's a different visualization of the game.
Right.
And the Thief, which is the expansion that Richard Garfield and I did for it, for tournament play mostly, to avoid collusion and stuff with the original club action, for those of you that know. But that's now a part of the game, and that's
Okay.
right in the base rules. So
Okay.
it should be nice. Yeah, I think it's going to be fun to have that out. It's a very different looking box and everything.
Okay. Anything else? What going on?
Well, the three brands. It's Mr. Rummy, it's Diamonds, it's sports games right now for me. I have some new things in the works, but those are the three things I'm trying to
That's
keep
right.
up with.
Okay. You showed off Wyatt Earp before. Is
Yes.
that newly back on the market?
It's been back in the market for a while, but Eagle Griffin, and it's been selling okay, but we're just trying to get the word out a little bit. So
Okay.
it's a nice copy with big size cards,
Okay.
full size cards, and I still play it a lot, and it's a fun game. I think,
Okay.
for what it is. I'm surprised some people will come to me and say it's one of their favorite games, and it's like from 2001. I say, man, that's 18 years. That's pretty
good.
So.
Everyone has some favorite game, right?
Yes.
So if you look at increase the number of gamers, you're gonna
yes,
have
you have a much better
pool.
shot at one of your games being a favorite game of somebody.
You would think so. Yes.
Yes.
That's
so
right.
I still have Mataina is my favorite game still. Been several years now, so I teach that everywhere I go.
Right.
It's Carl Shattuck's wonderful little card game.
Innovation is mine.
Yes, and I
playing
love
Carl
innovation.
Shattuck,
I love
so,
it. Just
yes.
Mataina has a little bit of a lead for me on
Okay.
those two, but they're both very good.
All right. Anything else?
I don't think so,
Hold on
but this
today?
has been fun. This gets me sort of. I'll be more comfortable by tomorrow afternoon. And
For your presentation.
For my presentation.
That's
I gotta
right.
get
Well, you can
prepared
always
for
do when
that.
you do the presentation. You just talk with the person.
That's true.
Ignore the camera.
Ignore the camera?
Yeah, you just talk. Yeah, that's right. Just tell me.
Okay.
You don't have to focus on anyone else, Mike. Just so
Okay.
long as I understand.
Okay.
Or whoever the
That's
host is.
important.
I
Yes.
don't remember.
Yeah, we'll see who the host is. By
Yeah.
then.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Enjoy
A
your
lot of
evening.
fun. Yep.
That's right.
Is there somebody waiting to jump in? Or?
Yes. Marty, Chaz, coming back for the closeout. I don't know if you want to mention as well, tomorrow, starting at 5 Eastern time, we will have a live version of the BGG show. Possibly we can fit 4 of us on camera? Maybe? I don't know. You haven't done that yet. That's right.
Horizontally across the table.
All right. So this is kind of cool. Are you muted? Do you need to unmute? All right. Woo! So we got this neat little opportunity to kind of do bookends today, which is
Yes.
kinda cool. Yes. So in case you're just joining the stream, Marty from Rolling Dice and Taking Names podcast, and Chaz Marler from Pair of Dice Paradise and Board Game Geek. We started out with a 30-minute segment this morning where we kind of kicked off the whole live stream. And tomorrow, we're going to be doing it again, starting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time.
That's right.
And
we got a special guest coming on the show.
Yes.
Assuming he still wants to, it's Jamie Kagi from the Secret Cabal Gaming Podcast.
And the reason why, if he wants to, is because last couple of times we've had Jamie on joining us for something, we've made him eat a gross food, including last time, which we had to eat these really gross ketchup-y Taco Bell hot sauces. And you promised me that if we ever had Jamie on again, you would not make me eat ketchup.
No, we will not make you eat ketchup. And
we talked about the Taco Bell stuff tasting nasty and stuff like that. It just,
yeah,
it is black. So I thought, all right, let's just up the ante a little bit.
Okay.
So tomorrow we're going to be doing a topic on hot games.
Yes, the hot games. We're going to actually have a quiz with Jamie to kind of guess which games of 2 games are the hottest one, highest Board Game Geek rating.
That's right. And it's being inspired by the show Hot Ones, where they eat hot wings. I, Chaz, have gone out today and purchased not 1, not 2, but 5 varying hot sauces that tomorrow, as we take the quiz, if we get the answer wrong, we will be progressing through the gauntlet of hot sauces from mild to super hot.
Fantastic. All right, so that's going to be 9:30 tomorrow morning when Jamie Keggy from the Secret Cabal podcast joins us. Does Jamie know?
Jamie knows he's going to be eating something. He does not know that it's going to be this. And it's we don't know how hot these. Actually, you did try one of these.
You tricked me to going over to the little kiosk at the North Market that sells these to kind of sample them during our lunch.
Yes.
Now.
These are legit. These are not tomato-based nasty things. These are legit hot sauces.
Fantastic.
That we're going to ruin our stomachs with tomorrow.
All right. And that's going to be 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time as we kick off the live stream with that game. And then immediately after that at 10 a.m., we're going to continue the live stream with more publishers, more games, and more content from the Origins Game Fair 2019.
And if you missed anything today, you can always go and rewatch this live stream on Twitch. And starting next week, each of the individual segments will start being posted on the BGG YouTube channel.
And that's Board Game Geek TV.
Express.
And our producer is saying something, what? Oh yes, Board Game Geek TV is the primary YouTube channel, but the convention coverage goes on BGG Express, or is it
Board Game Geek Express?
One of those two. It's a newer channel, all right, but it has all the coverage, all the segments. It goes on. You definitely want to subscribe to that one if you want to find out the latest info about the new stuff that's coming out at these conventions.
That's right. Well, Chaz, I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning. Get your stomach ready for tonight.
I am no longer looking forward to tomorrow morning, but hopefully, at least you're giving me like over 12 hours of a heads up. Poor Jamie won't have that luxury. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow morning. Okay.